What up, iFi?
And in conclusion, that is why you should vote for the Conservatarian Party. Any questions?
Yeah. Did you sign up for a membership, iFi?
Dude, I am the member of all communities.
Well, it turns out you're not.
I'm a member of all and no communities at the same time. I am
That
Pandora's
sounds
member.
right. That sounds more correct. So it's probably good that you're here because I was just about to rip you apart verbally. So getting into Silence of the Based, and I have a feeling you and I are probably gonna see kind of eye to eye on this.
Maybe.
But it seems to me that a lot of truth is suppressed. Right? We look at history books
Oh, yeah.
and the education system, politicians that are worth the shit, which are extremely far and few between, such as Ron Paul.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And we end up with a bunch of pond fucking scum. Still waiting on that swamp to be drained.
Don't worry.
That's going to happen 8 years ago.
If you vote for Orange Man Bad, he will clean the swamp for you.
That's lovely. So here's where I'm coming from, and I know that you know, obviously about the... Oh, and if you want to announce real quick, iFi, about the debate coming up here.
Oh, yeah. So
you
guys may have heard that there's going to be a big online debate between Mr. Based Oracle and a Mr. Andrew Wilson. I believe the topic is going to be something about grifting and, like standards not being met and such. And so there was some early confusion about like money and locations and times, but it's all there. It's for free. You can even Andrew can show up for free. He doesn't even need to borrow, $500 or $1,000 from his friends or anything. He can just show up for free.
Right. Especially, and that's good because he only has $5 to his name. I don't know if you knew that.
That's what I'm saying. But this is a charity debate, so that poor people can participate too, because we don't want to like filter out people just because they don't have any income.
That is a good point. We are not going to filter out anyone over their income. That is a fact. We are not incomist.
So do you want me to post the link in private chat or something, or
post it in the public chat? Let them know.
I don't think I can post links.
Wait. Did you even get into the whole Judge Judy thing, or?
That's your call. Like I said, if you want to add a invite, you can. I've only officially announced the debate itself, so that's up to you if you want to do an additional.
All right, yeah. I'll do the plug. And yes, you are correct, Gen X Jeff, classist. So iFi will also be hosting the Andrew Wilson owes me $1,000 now, aka that just like there would be penalization for me not showing up to the debate, which didn't happen. I have now been blocked, which I showed all the DMs for, not conveniently, only a couple, like these kind fucktards over there. But with that, Andrew also put out that if he did not follow through with the debate, that he would owe me $1,000. So he now owes me $1,000. Yeah.
Okay.
So as smart as Glenn Lawrence is, and he's really, well, anyways, is he put out there the tape on VO Pod, the recording, where Andrew agrees to pay me $1,000 if he does not do the debate. So as of now, Andrew has blocked me, aka he owes me $1,000.
Okay.
And iFi is Judge Judy, and we're gonna solve this shit.
All right. So do you want to do that like this stream or next stream or what?
Well, we're not doing it this stream. We got to give him a chance to show up, get his representation in check.
Oh, sure.
You know,
just
I don't know if he's gonna lawyer up or.
Just be sure you submit the documents and recordings and shit, so that an objective third party can review it and approve of it. So.
I mean, I'm a pretty objective first party, but I hear you.
No. You're part of the lawsuit, so I'm the judge.
And this will be legally binding, correct?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. You have authority for that sort of thing?
I'm an internet judge. I've been sworn in as a. I've got the white wig and everything and the gavel, and so we're good to go.
Very good. All right, we'll be looking forward to it. So, getting back to the topic, really the name topic here, which, I mean, relates back to all of the different information in society, true information that is in fact suppressed. Now, you don't work for a publishing company, right? You don't work on books, history books. You're not in the education system. You're not in the mainstream media. Basically, you're fucking useless, correct? Well, maybe not quite. But what I'm getting at is you can't make an impact to these mechanisms that exist currently, right?
Not the last time I checked, no.
Well, my point is that a lot of people are probably saying the same thing. Well, we can't do anything about how it is, so just leave it as it is. And my point is that saying the truth, despite the fact that many people will dislike you for spreading the truth, is your duty. If you don't do it, which you have the freedom not to do it, of course, then, that's up to you, but you're a little bitch.
Well, we can still influence the people around us, for whatever that's worth.
Well, I agree. And what up, Primal Studies? How you doing, man? So, yes, we can. But, I'm making a statement here. What is your thought? Is it a duty for men? Is it a duty for women? Is it a duty for children to tell the truth despite the fact that the truth is very unpopular?
It's a duty for anyone who is aware of truth, no matter what age or gender.
Okay, so you think children have the same duty as women as men?
My child already tells the truth, so he's learning.
Yeah, I hear you, but I'm talking about, let's say your child's at school.
Uh-huh.
And he tells the teacher, I don't know, 2 times 2 is 4. And she been watching too much Terrence Howard and says 1 times 1 is 3. Does he have a duty to correct her? How would you want him to handle that?
Oh, that's a good question. I think we try to teach our children to be respectful and stuff and let the teacher talk and stuff like that. So maybe in that situation, he can keep it to himself, but then when he gets home, he can tell mommy and daddy, my teacher's retarded. What should I do? And then mommy and daddy can take care of it for him.
Okay.
Because you don't want a child confronting an adult. That would be disrespectful.
Yeah.
Hi, boys.
Sarah.
Hi, Fi.
How you
doing? I'm good. Now, you know darn well nobody can shut you up, Based Oracle. Like, it doesn't matter how hard you try. Nobody's going to shut you up, so don't be worried about being silenced by anybody.
Oh, I'm not worried.
You can't even say that anybody's trying to silence you because that's impossible.
No, well, it is impossible, but they can try.
Too much.
I am a little worried about the photojournalist from Apocalypse Now coming to shut you up. I was confused about that part, but Dennis Hopper in your background image? In his background image, he's got like Dennis Hopper as one of the people, and I was like, the guy with the orange bandana?
Orange bandana?
Yeah, in your little background picture. I recognize the other 3 people. The 4th guy looks like Dennis Hopper or something. Maybe I'm wrong.
Was that Speakeasy?
I don't know how to get him down. I don't know how to do it.
That's okay. I think the 3 people are Andrew, Glenn, and Speakeasy, but the 4th one looks like Dennis Hopper.
Spirgoli.
Oh, Spirgoli. Well, maybe that's what his profile pic is. Is like
yeah, Spicoli.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You don't even know what I'm talking about. Have you seen Apocalypse Now? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yes, I have. I have. And I just need to respond back real quick. Pumping Vinyl, aka Taper. Based is still butthurt from taking a loss. What loss did I take, Taper?
He didn't lose. The debate's still on.
Yeah, I don't know.
And we're gonna have a court hearing about who owes who money.
Right, which it's me who is owed.
I'll let Judge Judy make that decision.
Okay, so back to it. Sarah, do you think that we have a duty to tell the truth despite its unpopularity, impopularity, unpopular.
Dispopularity.
In like unpopular opinion, or whether it's politically correct, or
Yeah, do we have a duty in the face of society to tell the truth?
no, definitely. But I think also that sometimes not everybody needs to hear the truth per se. Sometimes it can cause panic or worse consequences than the truth in itself. So I think there's a due diligence for safety and recognition of who the audience should or would be. But overall, yeah, like the general concept of it, yes.
Is it just me, or are you echoing a little bit? Like you're in
Oh, I'm in my kitchen, so it might
Oh,
have a
okay.
little. Here, I'll
As
hold
you
the
should
phone.
be.
I am. I'm mopping right now, actually.
Is that
You're-
sandwich ready yet?
I'll send you one later.
Okay.
You don't
Here's
get
something.
one I-Fi.
Here's something controversial for the panel. Sarah, do you think that even though we are all bound to truth, that maybe sometimes there's a better delivery system of truth, like maybe in like private matters versus public matters?
Well, yeah, and that's kind of what I was just saying. Like, sometimes things need to be a specific audience, or, something like if if there was a World War III about to break out, and informing the masses that one country is about to do something to another country, if that if the country on the defensive side knows that they can kind of manage it and mitigate it, then there's no need for mass panic, right? So there might be some stipulations behind that, and this is like totally a catastrophic type of example, but yeah, I think some things can be managed privately for the most part. It just depends. It depends on the information and what's going on, but that's why I was saying, like, the audience can vary, and it's a due diligence. If you hold the truth of something, it's due diligence of where it belongs.
Well, I think you could probably educate me because I don't have like good social cues, and like I don't understand the concept of like private conversations. I air all my conversations in public, so I don't have anything to hide. But I've heard other humans engage in drama and stuff, and sometimes they feel better to like have private conversations first and then public conversations. Is that something closer to where I'm getting at?
Well, I mean, what are you referring to? Because I could give a better example, or let's speak in abstract here, but based on some kind of example.
Just that, like even like in the Christian realm, I think you've heard the concept where like sometimes Christians feel like certain sensitive issues shouldn't just be like immediately brought to the public first. They would appreciate some like discretion and stuff, and then maybe let it come out into the public eventually for everyone to hear and deal with stuff like that.
I think it depends on the consequences, which way this is like a risk assessment, right? So you would go through a risk assessment based on what the information is, what the consequences are of that information, what are the consequences of that information coming out too soon,
Yep.
or something to that degree.
Also, sometimes not going public right away can help clear up any like miscommunication. Like sometimes people just didn't understand what you meant and said, and so sometimes you can back and forth that for a while. But when you do it in public, it seems to like accelerate really fast.
Well, yeah, I mean anything, because then it's misconstrued, it's misunderstood, or it's like the delivery approach wasn't safely considered for that risk assessment concept. So you're going to look at it's all a part of that due diligence. Just like if you were in public relations, like you're going to be the first phone call anybody's making if something's happening, because you have to sit there and do a risk assessment of what is the information, how can we mitigate, is there a way to do this behind the scenes before it goes public, or is it the way to keep it under wraps, or whatever the thought process has to be a thought. This is the same as if you're having an issue with somebody, like who are you going to call first and talk to try to mitigate, or whatever the case may be. So are you going to make it front page news, or are you going to call your most trusted friend or advisor or whatever and try to figure it out with them?
Sounds good to me. On the other hand, once you become a public figure, I think what some people are forgetting is that once you like air all your dirty laundry on the 5 o'clock news, you can't really pretend to have like private conversations anymore at that point, can you?
I think it's fair game if you're utilizing if you're utilizing a private like information or conversation with somebody, and you're using it against them in a way that you're painting it in a different light, then I think that they have the right to kind of rebuttal with, no, here's what really is, or here's there's more context that was missing, or I think once one person makes it public, then like it's all fair game at that point. But if both people keep something under the wraps or behind the scenes, then you have to respect that and keep it in the to me, like anything that's done under the public eye stays in public. But anything that's done behind the scenes or privately discussed or like that's where it belongs. And I don't even think that's something that has to be exemplified or stated in advance or understood. To me, like if two people are having a conversation, that's kind of considered like a social contract, a verbal contract, like this is our discussion, there's nobody else here, nobody else involved, and this is where it stays. It's like should be presumed. You shouldn't have to make it a statement.
Okay, so are we all done here, Based, or was there anything else we needed to cover?
What are we talking about?
We're not.
What
all
are we talking
done.
about?
Stream over.
This is where you cut me off mid-sentence. Go ahead, Based. Shut down the stream.
All right, here we go. Where's my outro?
In conclusion, this.
Oh, never mind.
Never mind.
Cynthia's here. Cynthia's here. Never mind.
So what are we actually talking about?
Well, we're talking about
questions.
We talked about all
silencing
the things, Sarah.
of the truth. The silence of the truth.
You covered everything, Sarah. You covered all of the discussion topics we were going to bring up tonight.
Look at that. Look at that.
Well, I did a lot of. I was the director of compliance for a very long time, so this is all basic due diligence and ethical stuff.
Dwight Baldwin, Leroy is on a vacation of sorts, so he'll be back. Maybe we'll see.
I'm surrogate Leroy Gaines, so until he gets back.
The trolls ate him.
So think about this, right? Basically, with what I'm referencing at base, the Glenn and Andrew situation, is that I was pointed out as a Pharisee of sorts, right? That I'm being too judgmental by pointing out, for one, that John Zerka is a sicko, and it sounds like maybe doing illegal things, but that's for courts, not for me. And my understanding of friendship is that a friend is somebody who you want to, you be a friend to yourself, right? A good person, hopefully. And the idea that the Zerka situation that came out spurred Glenn into saying that he would be open to being friends with Zerka, which I thought was very fucking strange. It's like, Ted Kaczynski, his story hits the news. And, somebody in your family's like, oh, I'd be open to being friends with him. Wouldn't you be a little bit put off? Like, what the fuck is wrong with this person? Right? You're at least questionably, right? According to Glenn, it wasn't proven yet. But at least questionably touching underage women. I mean, is this rocket science? Or is that, wrong? And is it wrong for me to point it out?
Go ahead, Sarah.
Oh, sorry, I had to help. The bratty. So are you asking if it's wrong for you to point out Circa, or is it wrong to point out Glenn?
Well, I'm asking about. Yeah, I'm asking about both, and let me do a pause real quick. Thank you, Chuck in Tennessee.
Whoa.
$20 super chat. Hoorah, Semper Fi. Appreciate it, brother.
That's only because I'm on your screen now. You're welcome.
He's simping for Sarah.
Chuck, send another one and tell her it's not true.
And then
thank you, Chuck.
And then send another one to Fi, because that's who you're really simping for.
No. Don't worry about Fi. So, yeah, you can answer it cut up or in totality, either way.
So, Nix, would you stop it? So I think that, I mean, Zerka, I saw some of the Abba and Preach video. I think it came out today or yesterday or something like that. And it's bad. Like, it's really bad.
It's pretty fucking bad.
It's
right?
really bad. Like, the whole time I was thinking of my daughter, because she's only like a year younger than those girls. Oops. And I'm thinking of, holy crap, like there's a man that's almost my age macking on a girl that is my daughter's age. And not even like, and clearly knows better, because he kept saying like, oh no, like, how did he say it? He said something like,
this is wrong. I shouldn't be doing it.
And then he would like wink in the camera and be like, but I will anyways, something along those lines. And it really grossed me out. And then they were feeding them liquor. And then they, and even though it got said so many times, I'm 16, she's 16, bro. Like, it was really disheartening to watch it, knowing that they weren't even going to stop, and how much further can that go, because they weren't even going to stop or flinch. They didn't even flinch, and that really made me very uncomfortable that was the case.
Now, actually, let me pause real quick. Thank you again, Chuck in Tennessee. $10
Chuck.
Super chat. Appreciate it.
Aw, see, there you go. You're welcome.
Look, I'm going to say this. I got to read his chat. I love women 100%. Go Tomatoes. You just want me to read that, right, Chuck?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Chuck.
Yeah.
So let me ask you,
Thank
Sarah.
You, Chuck.
With that had nothing to do with you. So with what you're saying, what do you see it as an issue, more or less or the same? Not just the actions that you pointed out, but the fact that it is being promoted to a large, I would say pretty fucking large, young male audience.
I'm anticipating that one to get shut down, because of that behavior. I mean, again, I'm not the police. I'm not the court system. I'm not YouTube or any of the other platforms. So just because I say it should be so doesn't mean it is going to be so. But you have to leave it to the platforms to manage. If you have beef with somebody in terms of why it's being promoted, then your beef is with the platform that is allowing it still.
Yeah, well, okay. So there is a platform that is giving Zerka, for example, more reach than he would have without the platform, right? Without the platform, what would he have? Then we could say another platform. So my point is, without any platform, he could be out in society just doing it, right? Young men run into him by happenstance, etc. So my point is that, yes, the platform is allowing him to get more reach than he could without the technology, no doubt about it. But it's still him that's utilizing it within the platform. And granted, the platform does have accountability, but how do you see all that?
Yeah, I mean, well, you separated the action, right? And so by separating that with why is the platform, so I'm separating it. There's two people at fault here. One is the actual person doing the harm, right? And then the second would be the platform that is allowing it to be shown and allowing it to get that far. And I think that they'll hopefully manage it the way that they need to manage it with everything else that gets canceled these days. I would expect this one to be one of those. However, the fault solely lies on the person that's, committing the action. And I think also, even though you're saying this platform is reaching all of these men and doing all of these things, it also is doing, in opposition of that, it's also showing the masses and showing the public how disgusting this person really is. It's showing who they really are and how they really feel about things, and it's pulling down the mask per se, or he's canceling himself in that effort. So as I know and understand, you see that's being shown to all of these young men who are going to clap and applaud him for that, but it's
Yeah.
also showing even more people who are wiser to that, and to show them this guy is a piece of crap.
Right. No, I agree. I mean, look, and we didn't even discuss the parents. Why was this 15 or 16-year-old? Well, there's many of them, right? I didn't see the whole video Abin preached, but they pointed out more than one that this has been happening with, right?
Yeah, they had like I thought they were the same two girls, but I could be wrong the way I
Okay, so
understood
two.
it. But I could totally be wrong because I was only kind of half watching, but I was listening to what Zerka and the other guy kept saying, and with like oh, you're 16, oh darn, wink wink, but I think it was the same two girls over and over. But like even the one was saying, I have geography class tomorrow, and he's like, I'll do your geography, don't worry. It was just really gross. But yes, so your question is to the parents. I asked the same thing, like, why are these parents even allowing these girls to be out and
Right.
unsupervised and even at these parties? Now, not to say that every parent is perfect. I don't think every parent is perfect. We're all always improving. And not to say that every child is perfect either, because they're going to do stupid things early on. So this could just be a mishap, Like, now, I'm not saying it is, I'm
Yeah.
not saying it isn't, but it could just be a girl got a wild hair, she got a fake ID and showed up at a bar, and, whatever. Children have their rebellious phase, but yes, the parents, shut up, Artie. The parents are also accountable to the actions of their daughter. Now, they are not at fault for a 30-something-year-old man macking on their daughter, but they are at fault for their daughter being in that environment to begin with.
Yeah. Yeah. So we have the parents, we have Zerka. You're saying also the platforms. Now, what about the audience? Whoever the fans, super fans are, right? They're paying for the content either with their money, time, etc. So, where do you think that they fall in line with, responsibility, accountability?
I mean, I don't know if you can stretch that. I understand where you're going with it, but at the end of the day, yeah, they would be wrong for doing that. But can you be wrong for being stupid and naive and ignorant? It's a hard stretch to me. Like, to me, that tells me that they don't know any better either. They're just as wrong as Zerka would be in the aspect of like, I may know better, but I don't know better, but I'm stupid. I don't know. I don't think you can stretch it too far. But
Well, when you say
like, you can't.
stretch it too far, do you mean too much accountability, or just the idea of accountability would be a stretch
I
given the audience?
I think it's the idea, because they're paying for it. I mean, people pay to watch what's that 600 pound my 600 pound life show. Like, people are paying to watch some weird stuff.
Agreed.
Okay, and they're being entertained. That's how they take it. That's how they look at it. And it can still even be perceived as fake. Like, oh, it's just drama. It's meant to be this way. Like, it's remember, everything that's on television, even though it's technically reality TV, isn't always necessarily true. So we're set up to
Agreed.
believe that anything that's on that little box, it's this magical box of everything's fake. So I don't think that they understand the reality behind it, or it doesn't sink in that way, because we've been brought up to believe everything on TV is fake.
Wait a minute, are we fake?
Are you
Is
fake?
real? Is
Well,
reality?
but I think on the other side is people are also, I mean, this is completely contradicting to what you just said, but people are also kind of under the guise that everything that they see is true, right? Like, I mean, it's a meme, but there's some truth to it in terms of, oh, I Googled it, so it's true. Or I
Right.
saw it on TV, or somebody told me, therefore it's true. So, although I get what you're saying, and I
But
think there's some truth.
that should also show you where the barrier is for truth and fake. Like that should show you how blurry that line can be.
Also,
That's
even
why
even
reality TV does so well.
even if you consume enough like fake TV, it can subconsciously still affect your mind and your culture and your ideas and standards and stuff too, though.
Yeah.
That's just the same as if I see it on Facebook and what the white picket fence life looks
Yep.
like with my neighbor down the street. I'm like, man, it must be a beautiful life they have, and then come to find out the husband's beating the wife and they're both alcoholics and their kids are on drugs and all these terrible things. But every picture they put up is beautiful.
At least their fence is white. It's a
Yeah,
start.
true. But you see what I'm saying? Yeah, it's fake, but it's also true. It's a very blurred line. It's just a matter of where do you see that line?
Agreed.
And then finally, I guess this is where you're going with this base is where do we associate and promote these things? And so, like, where do you draw the line as friends and
Well,
interactions?
this is where I'm getting to. So for me personally, right, which is I'm not telling anyone else what to do, but for me personally, if I were looking for a friend, which I'm not, but if I was, I certainly wouldn't be looking favorably amongst those who were purposely spreading bullshit into the world. And obviously, bullshit is subjective, but I would certainly say that Zerka is spreading a bunch of bullshit. I don't know. Maybe he's spreading some things that are good as well, some motivation for young men in some regards. But a lot of it seems to be reliant on instant gratification and the idea that he's not just, I mean, let's be clear here. He's not out there looking for a 16, 17-year-old girl, right, to make his wife. He's looking for one to, run through and then say, oh, I was with a barely legal woman. I mean, that's really it. It's ego. That's all I see. I don't see anything else. So, anyways, I would disqualify him. Now, I get it. In this day and age, people are like, oh, how could you disqualify somebody who has so many subscribers, right? Because that's what should matter, is how much clout you have.
Funny you mentioned that.
Yeah, funny I mentioned the truth.
There was a little private conversation that I was having, which I was hoping our secret guest was going to show up, but so far he's not able to make it.
Who's that?
I'm waiting. Hold on. Just jump in. Okay. Yeah, I think he's coming. Hold on a minute.
Yeah,
Go on
who is it?
without me. It's a friend of ours.
Of ours? Is it
Yes.
Wilson?
No.
Oh, what the fuck?
It's do you think
It's
Wilson's coming?
Spicoli.
dude?
Bro, do not bring Spicoli on. He got like
No,
48 more
no.
days.
No. It's none of the above. It's just a little side conversation we were having.
Are you
But it's
talking
on
about
topic.
Nero?
You
No.
got a side piece?
It's our buddy Jake Varr from FIO.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And we were having a conversation about this very topic, and so I thought it was an interesting conversation. Again, silly me, I like to put all of these conversations out in the public so that everyone gets to share in our knowledge. And so if he jumps on, we'll have a little chat about it. But to your point, there is still a large group of the audience that feels like not only have you clearly violated the contracts and handshakes and verbal agreements, you are doing it with the motive of sapping off someone else's fame and such. I'm sure you've already heard all this before, but again, it's an ongoing theme for some reason, which I'm curious why people are so convinced that this is the case. And so
Well, I don't have the clout that Wilson has, so of course he must be true and I'm a liar.
okay.
I mean, that would be my accurate opinion. And what up, Chuck? How you doing?
How you doing, fellas?
Very
Girls,
good.
ladies, gentlemen.
Lady and fellas.
Why do you think he violated the contract, I-Fi?
Which one?
I don't know. Are you talking about the contract with Wilson?
The original one. They agreed to debate for X amount of money, yada yada yada.
Well, he kept changing the definitions as the agreement went along of words, which makes no sense in my book.
Of what?
Of changing the definition of words and what they mean.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's typically what he does.
So I have a big problem with somebody that's supposed to be so great and magical charging $1,000 to a person just to talk to him. He's not God.
Well, don't tell him that. But yeah, in itself, the debate setup was a contradiction to a point he had made on Twitter, where he said, "I don't charge anyone. I've never charged anyone to do debate, video, YouTube, whatever it was." And then right then and there, he says to me, "It'll be $1,000," and I said, "All right."
Well, you did offer the initial 500, though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if I typically give my information, like if I'm a consultant and I typically give my advice out for free to whoever asks nicely or whatever for it, and you come to me and you say, "Hey, Sarah, I want to pay you $500 for this advice that you normally hand out for free." Well, then I have the right to charge you for it. Be like, all right, fine.
Well, when I offered him that, he declined it.
Right.
But I hear you.
But then, I get that. I get that. But then, I could if I offer free advice and you offer me $500, I'm like, no, it's okay. You don't have to do it. And then you're like, no, I want you to give me your advice on Monday at 12 o'clock because I really want to have this conversation and I really want your advice. And I'm like, all right, fine. I'm going to charge you $1,000 just because you're being a little prick about it. Fine. I'll see you Monday at 12. Okay. That is all fair in love and war. Like, you can't say that is wrong. Even if he says, I typically give out advice or have debates for free, right? You can still say, fine, I'll just charge you then. No big deal. I could still charge people if I wanted to, even if I say I'll typically give it for free. But if somebody wants to skip the line.
Well, I wasn't trying to skip a line, but before we get into that, what up, Jake?
What's up, man? Got invited by I-Fi.
That was me.
That was you. Thank you so much for letting me know. I didn't know Base was live.
Yeah.
Sent me the invite. I said, okay, fine. Yeah, jumped on right here, Base. It's been a while since I've spoken to you. Been about a week, something like that.
Yeah.
Maybe
and since I don't like typing, I'd rather just use my voice to convey messages. So,
you spoiled the fucking mystery guest, though.
He did.
Oh, sorry.
Spoiled it, and I was like, "Don't do it! Don't fucking do it!" And you fucking listen to Base Oracle.
Sorry.
What the fuck, bro? Very disappointing.
That's his
fucking big.
That's his feminine side.
Yeah.
That was
which is most of his side to be.
See, that's the problem with me.
True.
I'm terrible at keeping secrets. I always blurt out the honest truth every time, and I'm like, oh shit, I shouldn't have.
Well, you gotta learn how to be loyal, my friend. All right. You gotta learn how to be loyal.
Sorry.
You fucked up there. It's all good. It's all good. Just don't do it again.
Okay.
Yeah. Don't be a little bitch again, I-Fi. And also, Knight in the Bishop asked if you could quit yelling. But anyways, so what's up, Jake? Did you have a question in particular? I don't know if it was you or some people from VO had asked me to hop in a pod the other day, or a voice chat to answer something, and I didn't make it in time. Oh, okay. Maybe it was Mr. Castle or somebody.
He's one of my boys. Yeah, he's the one that runs the Discord over there, so he probably reached out.
Cool.
I don't know anything about that.
By the way, am I yelling? I can't hear my voice. Am I?
Yes,
I thought they were talking to me, bro. Yes. I thought I was the one yelling.
Yeah, you screaming, I-Fi.
Oh, sorry. I'll
Yeah.
whisper from now on. Anyways,
You sound like Screech.
okay.
Yeah.
Saved by
You
the
sound like
Bell.
Screech. It's like nails on a chalkboard. But
I
it's
blame
all right.
Yep.
Kung Fu. Okay. Anyways,
Yeah.
Jake. So would you agree that there's still a pretty consistent narrative going on at the moment that not only did Based bitch out, he only got into it in the first place just to like sap off some of Andrew's cred or clout or whatever, and that was his whole gimmick.
No.
Well, here's the thing, man. I interviewed Bass. It's on my channel, and Bass didn't really answer too many questions in elaboration, right? Not too much details. He kind of answered them straightforward. Bass,
Hey, get off of there.
Hold on. Bass went into that interview with a straight face. He was like Batman, right? Ain't gonna laugh, ain't gonna do anything, just answer straight questions. He was Batman in that interview. Now, eventually, Damon actually made you laugh, and you were off camera for that one, bro. You were off camera, so we did make Bass laugh eventually. Took a while, but he did laugh.
I don't believe.
No, pull back the fucking video, bro. He made him laugh not once but twice.
Oh,
right?
okay. All
Twice.
right.
Made
He's
Bass
not
Oracle
denying
laugh.
it so far. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
he's the Bass Oracle that laughs now. All right.
I have laughed before in the past.
I'm
That's
scared.
true.
And now we got it on camera. So that's the thing. And you can only watch it on Project VealPod. So,
He laughed at Flow Stage too. He was cutting
that's
jokes.
true. That's
well,
true.
it's pretty rare when he does. And that's the thing. We caught his laugh on the show. It's there. Watch it back. Bass Oracle actually does have a sense of humor, believe it or not. But the point being is that during that interview, yeah, I didn't really get too much elaboration on Bass's points of views. So my perspective is, at the end of the day, I'm kind of surprised that Andrew would even like humor Bass to this degree. And just hear me out, Bass. The guy has what 100K subs. His live viewership hits like 7K lives. This guy can make $1,000 in a stream night. So the money's not really a fucking issue here.
Well, hold on, Jake. According to him, he only has
he has
$5 to his
in
name.
pocket. Yeah, I got you there.
Literally, according to
Literally?
him.
Well,
literally.
Was it literally? Did he tell Wes Watson saying, I literally have $5 in my pocket?
He said, no, really. All I have is the $5 in my
his
pocket.
Okay, but here's the difference here. He said that it's in his pocket, not his bank account, my friend.
No. He said, I have $5 to my name,
but
literally.
Okay, $5 to his name while he's over there in Miami. So you're arguing on semantics, bro. Who cares? You already know.
This
that's not
isn't
the case.
debate, Bass. Save it.
Yeah, that's kind of fucking semantics, bro. I'm not here to argue semantics.
He was just trolling. I mean, who can't appreciate a good troll like that?
Yeah, it's hilarious.
Well, the debate was sabotaged from the start.
Yeah.
Why is that, Chuck?
Because when he invited Glenn to
Wait, what
his
debate are
house,
you talking about? What debate are you talking about?
Bass versus
between
Andrew.
The interview with me and Bass?
No,
Oh.
Bass and Andrew Wilson.
It was sabotaged. Okay. You can go ahead and explain
Because when he invited Glenn, as he said, his long lost friend, to sleep in his house, to eat his food, to go shooting with him, but no, Bass, you're not welcome to attend. He
What's wrong with
already
that?
sabotaged
What's wrong with that?
because Glenn was supposed to be the moderator.
So what? That doesn't mean that
Moderator's
Andrew can
supposed to be neutral.
Yeah, but here's the thing. That's outside of the debate. So Andrew can invite somebody to spend the night at his house. That doesn't mean that Bass Oracle has the right to spend the night over there as well.
Maybe wine and dine them a little bit. Maybe slip a little cash into the
We
safe.
were going to
No.
go
You
never
hunting,
know.
Jake. We were going to go hunting.
Nice. What were you gonna go hunting for? Bitches and hoes?
I assume bears, but I'm not
bears.
positive.
It's not bitches and
Snipe.
hoes?
Snipe.
Nah.
He's
No,
gonna
man.
go snipe hunting.
No, I'm on my best behavior. So
That's good.
So with that, well, why don't you go on? Like, what is your main point or contention? I mean, I hear you. You're saying that with semantics, the $5,
Right.
and that he has so many subscribers. So why would he even take me on?
Let me
Right?
do some semantics with you. In that interview, you stated that you never laugh, right? Then you did laugh during that time. I thought it was the first time of you ever laughing in your life. Then you admitted right now that you have laughed in the past. So
Yeah, that was the time.
Are you now
That was
a
the
liar?
time, Jake.
Are
That
you
was
now
the
a
time.
liar? Are you
You
now a
pointed out
liar?
the time.
Are you now a liar though?
Still no. That was the
Still no.
time.
in all
It was in the
fairness,
past.
My logic.
he did
now
let
you're
you
using my
know that.
logic, right? Now
He-
you're using my logic.
I'm
for
just
it.
using logic.
No,
But in
you're
all
using my logic
Jesus
because
Christ.
your
In all-
logic prior before that didn't actually apply to that. Now you're using mine, and that makes sense, Base. So good job on that. I'm sorry, Sarah. Sarah,
Sorry, I know you guys are dick measuring over there, but in all fairness,
all
Mine's bigger.
I think he did
yeah, mine's
say
like
that
a micro.
I think he did say that he wasn't feeling well. I don't know if he said it there
He did.
or on
He
the
did.
Black.
next stream. So, like, when people aren't feeling well, they're probably not going to
Sounds
be
like
in a-
excuses.
No,
Sounds like
I'm just
excuses.
being honest. Like, if you're,
Yeah, it sounds
and
like
this
you're
is
making
just the
excuses.
mom. Okay, this is the mom talking.
Mhm.
All right, when somebody's not feeling well,
Oh
like
wow,
they're
mom.
they're not going to be in a good mood. They're not going to be like up for laughs. They're just they.
So
like,
what? So what? When men don't, I've gone to work where I don't feel well, but I still perform. It doesn't matter.
Perform doesn't mean you have to laugh.
I don't tell anybody that I'm not feeling well. I don't tell anybody that bullshit. I just go and do my job, and that's that.
Well,
It's
he
not an
could have.
excuse.
I mean, I'm just trying to
Is
like
Base
balance
Oracle
the
a
scales
woman?
here.
Is Base Oracle a woman?
No, men have men
course not.
colds, darling.
Yeah. So that's not an excuse. Come on.
It is because he could have
No, it's not.
he could have just as
Base-
easily asked you to push it another couple days.
Ba-
and you would have
Base-
had to have waited.
Base is Sarah. Is that a good excuse for you?
There is no excuse.
Exactly.
What's an excuse
the excuse.
necessary for?
Yeah. Exactly. That's my point. This is
I'm
how
just
men
saying,
think, Sarah.
who
This is
laughs
how-
when they're not feeling well?
This is just how men think. Like, there's no excuse on that. He had sniffles. Who cares? You know, the C19 gave everybody sniffles, but you know, that's another story. We could all work on. But yeah, so at the end of the day, I was asking questions, didn't really get too much elaboration on a lot of things. So in my opinion, bro, you know, the whole debate that's shooting up, this is kind of like a David and Goliath feel to it. Now let me explain. And I explained this way. If it was like Logan Paul, right? And he was fighting, let's say, I don't know, a nobody. He was fighting Grid. Grid was challenging him to a fight. And what's his name? Logan Paul said, yeah, not really worth my time. I humored the guy, but I don't get anything out of it. In this little debate situation, it's more beef oriented than anything. But Andrew really has nothing to get out of this situation other than you hyping up the hype for your particular channel. Andrew doesn't really get anything out of that. So that's understandable.
How would I hype it?
Well, by going on other panels, right? You went on my panel that's hyping it, right?
You asked me to come
So-
on.
I did ask you and you agreed. But you could have
Yeah.
said, no, Jake, I don't want to hype up the debate, so I'm not going to go on there and explain my story. You could have said that, but you chose not to, right?
That doesn't make any sense.
How does it not?
Well, it's not really how does it not. It's how does it make sense.
Well,
I didn't
okay,
ask you to come on to talk about Andrew Wilson. You asked me to come on, and you said
Sure.
you wanted to know about my past story, and
Yeah.
you know, can we talk about a little bit of the Andrew Wilson thing and a little bit of the Glenn thing?
No, it wasn't
And
a little
then-
bit.
and
No,
then-
no, it wasn't
and
a
then,
little bit. I made
Jake,
it clear
I'm
that that's
still
what-
talking,
Hold on,
Jake.
that I
No,
made
no,
it
no,
very
no,
clear
no, no,
that
no.
that
This
was the
is my
subject.
platform
I
now,
made it
and I
very
am
clear
still
that that was the
talking,
subject,
Jake.
Chase.
I am
So
still
don't lie. Don't lie.
talking, Jake.
That was the
One at a
All
time.
right, all right. Jake
fellas.
doesn't know how to behave, apparently.
guy fucking shot me out. Come on, Base. Don't do
Yeah,
that.
no, Jake. I don't have a problem with you, but you need to know when to shut the fuck up.
Hold
and
on,
right then
Base,
was the
Base,
time to shut the fuck up
Base,
because
can
I was
just
talking.
correct the
No,
record?
no. You can't correct me by
I can't.
over talking
Okay,
me
okay,
on
I
my
won't then.
platform.
Go ahead.
Yeah,
Go
yeah.
ahead,
Good, good. Now
ahead,
you're
Base.
being
Go
polite
ahead, Base.
because I was pretty polite on your platform, even though really it was just an ambush. Right?
Okay, you can
Got
explain that
Glenn
later.
waiting in the but. I'm
Nope.
not finished. Got Glenn waiting in the bushes to come on and snipe with his already pre-configured timestamps. Oh, what about this? What about that?
Go ahead, Base.
I finished my thought.
That's great. So you want to say it was an ambush, right? Did I not message you prior before? I said, hey, Base, I'm going to ask you, bro, is it possible for me to send the link to Glenn and to Andrew? Now, I told you this. You can tell your story. We're going to do the interview. I want you to get everything out in the open from your perspective. I said that, correct? And I told you, is it
Yes,
okay
you
to...
did.
Hold on.
You
I
lied.
told you...
I agree.
What do you mean I lied? No,
Well,
told you.
I
Hold on,
said
hold on.
to
We can
you
bring-
that
we
no,
can
no. You
bring up the
just asked
messages.
me how did I lie. I'm going to explain to you how you lied.
Go for it.
Why would you ask a question and then
Go
go
ahead,
to talk
explain
over
it, my
me
friend,
when I'm
explain
at
it.
Jake? This isn't your fucking show. All
Well,
right,
I'm
so the
stealing your show, so
attitude
go
can
ahead.
get turned off real quick. You know what I mean?
Okay, bro, go on.
Okay, very good. So you did throw out to me, oh, can I have Andrew Glenn on? I said, sure. I said, I expected an ambush anyways. Then you went on to lie for a few sentences about how, no, it's not that. If it was that, I wouldn't have asked you, etc. But nonetheless, that's exactly what it was.
Okay, so let me tell you what actually happened. I was very specific with Base. I said, hey, man, you can tell your story, what led up to the Andrew Wilson stuff. And I even said the new Glenn story, because remember, we already had it booked prior before him doing the Glenn storyline, okay? We already had it booked. This was new information, and I told Base Oracle, would you mind? It's up to you, bro. It's up to you. You don't have to agree. It's up to you. Could I send the link to them? Tell your story, and I think it's fair if they come in and tell theirs. You don't have to do it. I said, it's up to you. He agreed. Go ahead, do whatever you want. That was his statement, and I have the fucking DMs right here, bro. Prove it.
Okay,
Oh,
you have the DMs,
hold on,
which I didn't ask for.
I know
It's
you didn't ask for
irrelevant. Your points that you just
No, it's
made
not
did not
irrelevant.
change at
It's not
all what
irrelevant.
I said. That
It's
you
not
came
irrelevant.
at it with bad faith.
How?
It was deceptive.
I told you the truth.
Well, I explained how.
How do I deceit somebody by telling them exactly what was going to happen? How do I deceit that?
By telling them exactly what I want them to believe, which is this is not an ambush, even though it is.
No. Well, here's the thing. And I told you, I don't want you to think that it's an ambush. You don't have to agree with it. I don't care.
I know you didn't want me to think that.
Well, hold on. Yeah, I said that because I was being in good faith, bro.
No,
I
because
did-
you weren't being in good
But
faith.
who
You lied to
agreed?
me.
Who agreed to it? Did you agree that?
Yes,
that it was
I
okay?
agreed in
You did
setting the
agree.
record
You did
straight.
agree.
I agreed to get ambushed.
No, you agreed to get ambushed. I told you, is it okay that I send these links? You said, do what you want. That was your quote.
Can I ask
Correct?
a question? I'm kind of curious.
Correct. No, Base. Is that not true?
What was the question?
Oh my God.
He already
So-
agreed that to the terms. I've been listening. Okay,
No. Hold
Jake,
on.
Jake,
No.
Jake,
No.
what you're not understanding is even if he
I need to
agrees
explain
to
it
your
again.
offer-
I need to explain it again to Base.
Okay, one more time.
Yeah, one more time.
No, you don't need to.
Okay.
I was bored the
I
first
think you
time.
do. Yeah,
Just
you're
let him
bored the
get it off
first
his
time, and I
chest.
guess you're not listening. So, okay, you know what? If you don't want to answer questions, that's fine. Go ahead, Wi-Fi.
All right, my name's
Well,
Wi-Fi.
Yeah, Wi-Fi. Just skip over Sarah Wi-Fi.
Go ahead, Sarah. Go ahead first.
Aw,
I'll go
thank you.
next.
Jake's getting so flustered, he's losing his manners.
Don't get
Yeah.
angry, Jake. We're all friends.
I don't have manners, bro.
I
I'm
wanted
a
to
wild card.
I wanted to understand this a little bit better. Was this meant to be an interview with Base, like
Yes.
the initial? Okay, so I do interviews too, but
Mhm.
when I interview people, even if there's things that I disagree with or
Right.
challenges I have, I always send questions in advance to them so that they know the direction of the interview and
Mhm.
anything that they're not prepared for, they can prepare for, any questions they have, or anything that they're like, no, I don't want to talk about that. Even when I had Andrew on for an interview, I sent him all of the questions in advance.
Mhm.
And I did put a few kind of caveats, like I may want to ask a little bit more about this, and I even say, if there's anything you don't want to talk about, let me know now. Or when we get
Mhm.
backstage, I even ask the questions, do you have any questions? So on and so forth. So did you do anything along those lines, like especially with those video clips you brought up during the interview?
I didn't bring him
that-
up. That was Glenn.
And the challenges that you posed to Base, because you posed a lot of challenges to him instead of just asking questions. They were challenges, not really getting to know him. Did you
Well,
send any of that?
Have
in
you ever
advance?
watched an interview where the interviewer challenges the guest to a degree? You know that happens, right?
Yes, I'm fully
Okay, cool.
aware. But did you send him like these challenging clips or
I
tentative
didn't know the
questions?
clips. Here's the thing. I didn't have them.
It's not my fault, bro. I didn't know Glenn was coming on.
Well,
I
you
didn't know
did.
Glenn was going to have videos. I didn't know I was
You
going to
did.
put Glenn's videos up on
You
stage.
did know.
I didn't
You
know
did
he was
know.
going to have them timestamped.
You did
No, I'm
know.
talking about you, dumbass.
You did know, Base. Okay.
You
I
just
told
said you didn't know about the videos. That's what you just said to Sarah.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
said,
yeah.
no, it wasn't me.
Well, no, hold
And
on.
now you're saying that I knew. So you didn't know, but I knew. That's interesting,
let me
Jake.
explain. Let me explain before you
Yeah,
start.
let you
spurting a little bit more.
mansplain.
Yeah, I'll mansplain to you. Exactly. That's what you need. So real quick, the point is that I told Base, is it cool if I send the link to them? Now, I don't know if they're going to jump on. I have no idea, but I asked permission. And I said,
Irrelevant.
how's it irrelevant, bro?
Has nothing to do with the subject matter. The subject matter, the
Is-
question that Sarah
is-
just posed to you was about
And I'm
the
going to get to
videos.
that, and I'm going to
So
get to
you're
that.
explaining
And I'm gonna
over
get
and
to that.
over that I agreed to
like-
have them on,
if
which
you
I
would like-
did.
which you
So I don't
did.
know what your point is.
So,
My question
now
was
that-
not directed necessarily about Glenn. Mine was about the initial interview.
Sure.
before
So I'm going to
anybody
get to that
else
part.
came on.
I'm going to get to that part. First off, I didn't tell Base Oracle of any specific questions. However, I told them we're going to talk about your how you go into, how'd you get to your YouTube channel, what was your upbringing, etc., to get into the space. That was one subject. And then I said we're going to go the Andrew Wilson subject. And then I told him with the new Glenn situation, I'm going to bring up the Glenn Lawrence situation. I gave him the 3 things that I was going to bring up to him. I didn't give him specific questions because I don't know exactly where he's going from. Because as an interviewer, okay, I just know bits and pieces from what I've been told from others, and then what I've been told from Base Oracle's perspective.
Then
So
you're not
I'm
a
going-
good interviewer.
Okay,
Because a good
well,
interviewer
okay, well,
would
hold
have
on,
already.
hold on.
Well, hold on. Let me.
Well, I'm not
kind of
done.
dig
I'm
in
not
on
done.
that.
Hold on,
Okay,
I'm not
fine.
done.
Finish
I'm
your
not done.
point,
He's
then
never done mansplaining.
I'm not done mansplaining, please. So my perspective was, I gave him the situation. It's not like he asked for questions in advance. Fair enough. So you can criticize me on that. That's fair enough. But the point was, it wasn't bad faith. I told him exactly what the subjects were. And I said, is it okay to bring on these other guests after you give out your perspective of everything, which was about an hour and a half before Glenn popped in. Okay. And he knew that there was a chance of that. He agreed to that. So again, wasn't bad faith. He knew everything of the situation. But yeah, I will admit I didn't give him pre-questions.
Hey, Jake, can I ask my question now?
Well, Sarah, go ahead and respond to that.
Sarah,
before,
are you
Fi-
happy with his response?
Go ahead, I'll follow.
All right.
Mhm.
So, Jake, I'm not familiar with all these details other than what you just shared like 2 minutes ago. Why did you say you were having him on in good faith when you said that he already recognized you were trying to ambush him? And you said, yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm ambushing you. And
When
here
did I
comes
say that?
Glenn.
When did I say that?
When you brought Glenn on with all his little videos and clips. and all
Wait,
that
hold on.
stuff.
Did I tell Base? Base, by the way, I'm ambushing you. Did I say that?
That's what he said. He
Oh,
said,
well, I guess he's lying because
are
that
you
wasn't the
bringing
case.
Glenn on to ambush
Glenn-
me? And
so
you said
here's
yes.
the thing. Here's the thing. Okay, we can share the screenshots then, and let's see if Base Oracle actually shares it. So I got it there, Base. We can do that if you like.
So do you think it was a miscommunication? Do you think when he said, "Are you ambushing me?" and you were like, "No, bro, I'm not ambushing you." I'm just
Yeah, that
having
never happened though.
Glenn on for
That never happened. How can I
innocent
answer a question that
conversation.
never happened?
Oh, okay. It sounded like that's what y'all said.
No, it's not what I said. It's what he said, and that's a lie.
You said. You asked Base.
Let me put it up here real quick.
I guess
Here
you're not
we
paying
go.
attention.
Glenn.
Here we go.
on.
So I guess
You
you're not
just
paying
said
attention.
that, Jake. You just said that.
Okay, well, we can fucking pull up the evidence then if you guys want to accuse me of anything.
I'm just accusing you of what you said to the panel 5 minutes ago. I was listening to you talk, Jake.
So re-explain the question then, because I
said-
think I
you
answered
said before you had Based on, you asked Base, is it okay if I send this link to Glenn and have him on the show?
it. Uh-huh.
Correct?
No, I can explain the exact words, but I said, is it okay? It's up to you. You don't have to do it. I
Right.
don't care. Yeah.
Right. And then he said, it sounds like an ambush. And you were like,
And
okay,
I can respond
since
to that.
you agreed to it,
Once-
then you're okay with it.
No, once
Oh, okay.
once he puts in to the messengers, I don't know if he will, but it's
The
there.
what?
Go ahead.
Yeah, I have it there, bro. If you
Oh,
wanna-
oh, my bad. Hold on.
yeah, you're bad.
Calm
you're
down,
bad.
Jake.
You're bad.
Calm
Why
down.
are you so bitchy and
Just
complaining?
calm down,
Bro.
bro.
I don't like liars, bro. Come on.
So you don't like yourself. You don't like Andrew.
Oh, yeah.
You
I
don't
don't like
Glenn.
any of them. I hate myself. Hate Andrew.
All right,
hate
all right.
Glenn.
I put it up. I put it up for you, Jake.
I don't see it yet.
Oh, that's not it. Oh,
No, we just got
shit.
the meme.
All right, hold on. My bad. All right. Got it.
Nice, dude. That's actually pretty fucking funny. I'm not gonna lie. It's pretty.
Of
funny.
course it is. I fucking made it.
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
So, anyways, moving on. What,
So are you
what is
gonna
your
put
point?
the screenshots?
I think
Isn't
he's,
this it?
Are you just gonna pivot?
I think he's not going to.
So here's
Are you
here's
just gonna
the
pivot,
thing.
bro? Are you just gonna pivot?
Well, I'm not pivoting. I just
okay.
don't care. I didn't
Okay, you
dispute
don't
any
care.
of the. I didn't dispute any of the messaging.
Okay.
I disputed the
I
fact
guess-
that you're in bad faith, which you are.
Well, according to the messages, that's not
Everything
the case.
that you do is a gotcha.
Okay.
Right.
Well,
this is
you know
why
what?
you had Glenn on
In this
and
particular
said,
situation, it
"This
is
is
a
why
gotcha,
you had Glenn
because when
on."
you lie and dig
and
yourself
said-
in a grave.
He just doesn't know how to shut the fuck up, does he? So this is why when you had Glenn on, you said, "Oh, Base just said you're a liar. Base said you're a liar." Right? Because this is all it is to you, is drama, bullshit, and clearly you don't want to get at the truth. I'm going to unmute you now if you can behave.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think it was necessarily an ambush per se. I don't think it was meant to be an ambush. I think it was meant to be a challenging conversation, though. I don't think it was meant to be an interview. I think, Jake, you kind of tried to come in with good intentions, but maybe you did kind of sink into the drama appeal of it, because you're like, oh, now there's something new with Glenn and everything, so let me see if I can add in on that.
Well, it's a question that people have on their mind, so I have to ask it.
Yes, no, and I recognize that. I'm giving you that piece of it. Okay, I'm giving you that that given. But what I do think is that if you start a request for an interview, it should be an interview, and it should stay. Like, I understand you wanting to get to the bottom of him and Andrew thing going on, but I think if you really wanted to get to know the person, you'd stay focused on the person and things around that.
Well, I did do that. All of my questions were directed to him. I didn't pull out anything. I wasn't argumentative. It was asking questions. He wasn't very elaborated on the questions. But hey, I had to move on with whatever subject. In fact,
pause.
Okay.
Spicoli, you have 48 more days. It's $100 application fee. I know that you fucking know this, but
and now you
POC Don Juan.
Spurg Coley.
Spurg Coley. Yeah.
All right. Go
Okay,
on,
Jake. I'm still
up,
not
bud?
sold on the answer you gave me, but
Yeah, I'm
it
sure because
sounds-
you can't see the evidence. That's why you're not sold.
Oh, I
Yeah,
heard the
yeah.
evidence from your mouth like 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, and you
so-
heard whatever he said, and I said it was a lie, but he won't show the evidence. But it's
No,
all good.
hold on, Jake.
You
One
can
more
go ahead and
time.
keep attacking. Go ahead.
Who's attacking, bro? Did I attack you yet?
How
Have I
about you
attacked
question?
once?
How about you question Base for not showing the evidence?
I've been questioning Base for like the past.
Well, how about you do it now? How about you do it now?
Because I got all the answers from him.
Well, how about you
I
do it
know
now?
what
I haven't gotten the answers yet. How about you ask him questions?
I know what
I can learn.
I know what his side of the story.
Well, how
is.
about you ask then?
I know what
'Cause I
Glenn's
don't.
side of the story is.
How
I
about
know
you
what
ask
Andrew's
Base?
side of the story
Can
is.
you ask Base Oracle? Can you interview him so I can understand his perspective a little bit better?
I already have. I'm asking.
How about you do it now?
you, Jake.
How about
I'm
you do it
asking
now?
You, Jake,
Okay,
to
all
explain
right.
to me why you still feel like he backed out of the debate with Andrew.
I
Maybe
never said
enlighten me on
he
that
backed
part.
out of the debate. That was never my claim.
Oh, you're just claiming that he was just trying to grift off of his clout, but that was totally a good
No.
faith
So
and
I can
not-
re-explain. And I sent
Okay.
this through a message to you, bro. I said this.
Sure.
I said, I don't see the point of Andrew engaging with Base. Now, I'm not saying that Base is in the wrong. I think it's good that Base wants to push that debate.
I can answer that.
I hope it happens. Well, do you
I
want
can
me to
answer
explain?
your first question, Jake.
Okay, but do you want me to explain the situation first?
Yes, I want you to continue, but I just want to
Cool.
immediately respond. The reason why Andrew gained something from it because
Hold on,
that
real quick,
is his
real quick. He just put up the,
Oh,
the
okay, he's
screenshot.
got it up. Okay.
So Yo was wondering if it would be okay to send the link to Andrew, but I wanted to get your side of the story first so you can explain everything from your point of view. I don't know if Andrew will jump on, but I think it's fair if he wants to come in and say his side. Also, I saw Glenn's situation that you had. Wanted to ask about that since Glenn is associated heavily with Andrew. Perhaps we can bring him on as well. Perhaps. Up to you, though, man. Up to you. I don't want you to think I'm trying to ambush you or anything. Also, I think this is good for business as a side of hyping up the debate with Andrew. Now, again, I said, it's up to you. And he said, yeah, I don't care. Fine with whatever you do. Figure it's an ambush anyways. And I said, if Base can please take out the little chat there.
Super chat out of the way.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
Not all, bro.
Not at all. Not at all, bro. It was an if it was an ambush, I wouldn't be upfront about it. I can understand there's a lot of people that don't seem to like you, but that's why I want to get your side of the story without all the noise of a large panel.
Okay, Jake. So again, that's exactly what I said 3 seconds ago.
I don't think you did.
No. Listen to me, Jake. Listen. Even if you're upfront about it,
okay, it's still bad faith.
You're saying that you might be agreeing.
Even if you're upfront, it's bad faith.
Jake,
but if you keep it a secret,
well, when you're a liar up front, it is bad faith, Jake.
Hey,
what about so what if
Jake,
I was a liar in the background? Is that good faith?
Jake, listen to me.
Base, is that good faith?
Oh, dude, I can't help you, Jake.
Bro, that's crazy talk. Go ahead.
Jake,
Go ahead, Hi-Fi.
Even if you say, I'm letting you know up front that, yeah, it is kind of an ambush. So what?
Oh, okay. Kind of, or it is? Is it kind
That's
of,
up
or
to
it is?
you. That's up to you
No,
and how
I'm
you
asking
perceive the conversation.
I'm asking you, is it kind of an ambush, or is it actually an ambush?
Okay, Jake. I'll assume your role for a second. Let's say you're Based and I'm Jake, okay? And you said, go ahead, bro. It feels like an ambush, but either way, I'm fine. And then I say, oh, no, it's not an ambush, good sir. This is all good faith. I would never betray your good trust, and then turn around and make it an ambush and let all the people on and do all the
even
shit.
though he knew that I was going to
even though you knew, it doesn't matter. You just admitted it ahead of time.
So let me ask you this.
Let me
ask you this.
Yeah.
Let's say you're an army soldier. Actually, Base, obviously you were a military man, right? Yes, Base?
A military man?
Yeah, you were in the military, right?
Yeah, I'm a veteran. Yeah.
Great, you're a veteran. And by the way, thank you for your services, bro. But was there any situation where you were in a mission and you told the people that you had to ambush or go in there and infiltrate the situation? Did you ever send them messages saying, hey, by the way, we're going to bring a Base Oracle, we're going to bring fucking Donald Trump, whatever. We're going to, this is
you mean like a decoy hidden in plain sight? Yes, that is a common tactic.
This is our game plan, by the way.
Hi, Mom.
Would it be cool if we did that? Do you ever send messages to them on that? Do you ever?
Well, I just
DM
answered
them
you.
on
yes.
Discord.
That's one way you can do it as a decoy. Yes.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
hidden in plain sight, telling someone what you're going to do before you do it, whether or not you actually are going to do it. That's the distinction, Jake. You'll learn
even
this.
if you didn't originally intend for it to be an ambush,
Okay, so
it could
intent
still
is-
turn into one, and you're still guilty of it for admitting it.
So let me ask you this. Let's say, now let me ask you this, Base.
This fucking cope.
Did I
dude.
intent? Did I? Because remember, I don't know military actions, any of that. And you said, yeah, it's a decoy, whatever. Fine, fair enough. Let me ask you this: intent matters, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you believe that I intentionally did that?
No, that's what I'm trying to.
Yeah.
I'm trying to help
No.
you out, Jake.
Okay,
I'm trying to help
Base,
you out.
Base believes that I did. Fi, you believe that I
Yeah,
did
that's
not.
why I called it before you fucking did it. Yeah.
And this is why I told you.
That's why he perceived it that way, Jake, and that's why it was very important.
But here's the
that
thing.
you
I
both
also told
understand
you.
each
Hold on.
other.
I also told you that I sent it to Andrew. Andrew didn't show up. It was only Glenn. Correct.
It
Okay.
doesn't matter. Glenn
So-
was part of their fight.
Well,
That was the problem.
no. Andrew did not show up though. I sent it to him.
He had a side beef with Glenn, and maybe you didn't know that either. And see, this just keeps compounding.
Dude, I
It's
do
like
know that.
everyone
Why do you
doesn't
think
know.
I fucking spoke to him, bro? Like, why are you simping for Base Oracle, bro? Listen,
I'm not
real
sipping
quick.
for anybody, dude.
You
bro.
are,
The
bro.
truth, Jake.
trying to help
Jake,
you
it's
out.
called
You're
the
the secretary.
fucking truth.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, and you guys are.
I know
denying
you're
it.
allergic to it. That's what this session is.
Jake.
We're having a little
Oh, is that what it
intervention.
is?
Jake, even if you didn't intend to ambush him, you still did, whether you meant to or not. Now,
Wow.
the way Base perceived that is you did intend to it. So that's
Right.
between you and Base. Y'all
Yeah.
have to figure out whether or
But
not
what
you
about
intended
what do
to.
you think though?
I can't read your mind, Jake. So
Well, no,
according
well,
to your
if
word,
you-
apparently
if you-
Base can, so why can't you? I thought you were
So-
smarter.
Well, not
Because-
everyone's as good as me, Jake.
There you
You
because-
go.
should know that.
Jake, because of the evidence he has, he came to the conclusion that you were just fucking with him.
Well,
And
it's the
you're
evidence
being
that I
slimy about
had,
it.
and I shot it out.
If I told him I wasn't doing an ambush, then it couldn't have been an ambush. We're gonna break
Right.
this
Yeah.
up for a super chat. Thank you, Lindsay Smith, $5.
So
Donation for a shut the fuck up,
Sorry,
iFi. Donation for a consideration of a topic change or a breaking of the loop. I do
Good
appreciate that. We're gonna keep it the same for now, but thank you.
Yeah,
Nice
Can
try,
I,
Lynn.
can I make a thought? Jake,
You
I
can.
think if you wanted to remain in that neutral position, you should have allowed them single-handedly together to duke it out and not intervened or added your thoughts to it. That's stop, Artie.
Did you see the interview? Did you see the video?
Yes, I did, and you were
Okay.
very involved.
Are you sure
this
about that?
clip- Yeah.
Are
Yeah,
you
I'm sure about it too, Jake.
So,
Do you
real
want to
quick-
bring up the interview? We can
Yeah,
go
go
over
You
it.
were,
Is that
you
what you
were
want?
pretty involved, and I'm just gonna say you were pretty involved. You did not appear very neutral to me.
Are you sure about that? Because
Yes.
if you watch it back, when Glenn was there, I let Glenn take the floor. I didn't say anything about it.
You're a ultimate coper.
Hold on. Did I ever say, Glenn, you are right? This guy is blah blah blah. Now, I
Were,
asked
were you
I-
ever overt with your deceptions? I would say you teetered on the line of it, but most of your deception was covert for anyone who
Covert.
wasn't paying attention. But all your little quibs, your little attitude, your little pissiness,
Oh, pissy.
I can see it very easily.
That's good.
Yeah, I'm not as dumb as most of your watchers.
I never said
probably
that
all
you
of
were
them.
dumb, bro. I actually think you're a pretty smart guy. But
Yeah, so you should know that I already have you fucking pegged, Jake.
oh, you
And I
do?
know it's not your first rodeo.
No, it actually is, bro. I've only been streaming for about fucking 4 months, bro. You're actually my third interview that I've ever done. So
And
forgive
you
me,
are welcome for
forgive
that.
me. Yeah, thank you, bro. And
He's still
honestly,
new. Give us time.
but honestly, going to Sarah's criticism, like you should have done this XYZ. I appreciate that, Sarah. I'll do that for the next time around. But
By the
again,
way-
that wasn't my intent. Hold on.
Oh, sorry.
wasn't my intent at all. I just gave what the topics were, and I just said, "Hey, can I send the link, etc." It's up to you. He could have said no, and I would have obliged to that. I would have said, "Dude, it's your time. This is what the interview is,"
Yeah.
and I
so,
would have done that.
Yeah, I will say the art of being neutral is knowing how to shut up. And being a woman myself, it's very challenging. You know. to
Yeah,
know
you're
when to
pretty
shut
bad
up.
at it.
So,
Shut up, Sarah.
Shut the fuck up. What the hell?
But
You're
I think-
horrible at it.
you know, I think that's just I'm just teasing, but
Yeah,
I
know,
think
I know.
that's a piece to it, though. In reality, is if you're going to offer a neutral platform for two people to kind of hash things out, then you really have to do an extra
Right.
due diligence style of maintaining neutrality and ensuring there is fairness across the board. That's all I'm saying. I don't think
I agree
you
with that.
wanted it to be an ambush per se, but I
Mhm.
think you knew that the potential to appear that
was
way
there. Was there. This is
Yeah.
why I told Base. I said, "Hey, bro, is it cool?" And I said this, bro. When you were saying it wasn't your intent when you have two people, I didn't even know if Glenn was going to show up. I didn't know if Andrew was going to show up. I didn't know any of that. I just knew I was going to do the interview with Base. Base said if they jump in, it's okay. That was my, that was my thought process because Base gave me permission on that. So again, I'm being as good faith as I could be during that time. During that time, I'm just trying to be as good faith as possible. Again, only my third interview ever, and thank you, Base, for allowing that to happen.
I'm
But
the
at the end of
best.
But at the end of the day, it wasn't intent. I wasn't there to fucking get a gotcha moment for Base Oracle. However, in this situation, when he's, in my opinion, he is misrepresenting what my position was during, inviting him on the show. That wasn't the case. He might think that was the case, but it really wasn't. I'm trying to and dude, Base, I think me and you agree on like 90% of the shit when it comes to politics and female and male dynamics, bro. So I think we're on the same team, but I get you. It seems like your channel wants to kind of infight to a degree, but I'm just saying this, and
He's good at that.
he is good at that. And one thing that I told Base in that interview, and I said, bro, I described it as the White Walkers. If you guys ever listen to Game of Thrones, you have the White Walkers and you have people in Westeros fighting within each other for the throne, right? When there's a bigger threat that's right behind the wall. The bigger threat is the leftist ideology. It's the LGBT community. It's the drag queen story hours. It's the Destinies of the world, the Hassan Pikers of the world. Those are the ones that we need to align and go against. And my point to Base Oracle is that we're on the same fucking team. Motherfucker just wants to fight with us, and that's fine. We can duke it out. We can duke it out. I'm fine with that. But let's not lose sight of the main goal here. You know, that was, and which resorted to the question of what your goal was with your channel. I remember asking that.
Jake, let me give you some spoilers here. I think I know them well enough at this point.
I'm sure you do.
The goal of Based Oracle is to fuck everybody and just find the truth. He doesn't give a fuck about anyone who thinks they're his ally or think they're his, like, you know, friends and support team or whatever. And I get where you're coming from, Jake. I understand this, you know, tribe mentality that Andrew.
Is it a tribe?
Yes, very. And that
Really?
Andrew and Glenn are very susceptible to. They're very, you know, like, they try to be, like, you know, opening and welcoming, but sometimes they're a little too opening and welcoming, and then they turn off certain ultra conservative parties, like this guy in the room above me. And so
Is that ultra conservative? Are you sure about that?
Oh yeah. He's so conservative. He like shocks me, and I'm the real Christian. I'm like, dude, you're not even a Christian, and you're more conservative than I am. So like, you know,
you're really diving deep in that.
Yeah. So anyways,
I know.
Now you understand base perspective a little better. That's why he goes after anybody for any reason. The second you appear to be compromising any sort of standards, he'll just jump all over you. And where you're more like, come on, bro, we're on the same team. You know, don't attack me.
I didn't say that. No. I said we can duke it out. I'm fine with that. We can do it all day. That's fine. But let's not lose sight of the actual enemy.
That's what I just said, Jake. I understand.
No, you explained it a little bit differently, but yeah.
No, I explained it crystal clear.
As long as you understand, that's fine.
And the problem is he doesn't agree with you. That's the difference. So, and even though I don't agree with you either, I can be more diplomatic about it.
What do you disagree with me about?
That we can compromise our standards, so we can include a few more under the umbrella of, you know, our side.
You know what's funny? I'm not talking about, like, you remember Charlie Clerk, right? Charlie Kirk.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did the Turning Point. Remember when he was welcoming all the LGBTQ maggots and drag queens and all that garbage?
Yep.
He's welcoming the enemy right into the fucking platform.
And now you're making based argument for him because he's he's
so
narrow-minded that you're starting to slip on the edges.
Hold on. So if I'm the enemy to base, can you explain how am I the enemy? What's my ideology? What do you have a problem with it? Since I am the enemy.
Well, you're saying you're the enemy. I didn't say you're the enemy.
Okay, so then Phi, you're explaining.
I think that you're kind of a cocksucker. But that doesn't make you the enemy. I mean, everyone can make their own orientation choices. But where it comes down to, I get it, that you want to align with anyone that aligns with anti-leftist progressivism. And as I shared with you, the problem is that enemy that you have pointed out is just as bad as the enemy on the exact opposite side.
Is Glenn just as bad as the LGBT community?
No.
That wants to trans the kids?
No, Base. This is what Jake's trying to find a reasonable middle ground
here. Hold on. You're saying Glenn is just as bad, or the enemies of Andrew Wilson? Is
okay,
Andrew Wilson
where did I say Glenn or Andrew Wilson?
Well, then can you give me an example?
Well, you brought up that the leftist. Okay, so who, if you want to say who would be a leftist progressive? Who?
Cenk Uygur.
Okay, Destiny. I don't know who that is.
Destiny.
Okay, great. Let's use Destiny. Destiny is just as fucking dumb as Walter Weeks, for instance.
Walter Weeks is not a conservative.
Okay, mine ring games than Walter Weeks.
He's
not a
Can I give an example maybe that might make it work? Like,
go on.
You could still be aligned with somebody that is completely conservative and, you know, believes in the same principles as you do, like the LGBTQ stuff you were kind of diving into and such forth. But they could also go and light up a school. I'm going to just say that a very specific way, if you get what I'm saying.
I get
they
it.
could go and do that and still have the same beliefs as you. Do you still want to align with that person?
Of course not. But I'll tell you this: when it comes to the mainstream media, when it comes to these shooter, the people that light up
I'm
schools.
not saying they are.
I'm
just
hold on. They don't come from the right, though.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying they are. I'm using that as an example.
Yeah, but it's kind of a bad example. That's why I kind of have to correct it.
I'm just using that as okay.
Can you give me another one?
Okay, they're a total right-leaning conservative patriot. Shut up, Nick. Patriot, everything.
Yeah.
And they believe in gun rights and
Right.
all of this stuff.
Okay.
But they, jerk off to Jasmine Jafar every night.
Yeah, that's bad.
Do you still want to align with them?
Can you give me an example of a person that does that? Because I don't know anybody that does.
I'm just saying.
Like an example.
How would you know?
How would you know? That's the point, right?
But what I'm saying is, I think this is where IFI is kind of, maybe correct me if I'm wrong, IFI, but like, you're setting a standard of like, oh, we just have the same belief system and we're fighting the same enemy, therefore we should align. That
was my point, not Wi-Fi.
Are you calling me Wi-Fi on purpose, trying to make me mad?
Sorry, IFI. I'm sorry, bro.
You're
sorry.
Yes,
I'm sorry.
you're saying
You can't make me mad, dude.
Hold on. You're saying that we have the same enemy, therefore we should align. But that's the bare minimum bar. Like,
hey,
that's
Sarah,
your main standard.
Sarah, I think his original point was he was saying that, even if we have minor grievances like little slip-ups and stuff like that, we should remain focused that the left wing's the enemy and we shouldn't call out any of our
we should put
right-wing
them
allies.
accountable for sure.
And we are going to address this, but first a pause for super chat. Rude Mudcrab, $5. Is that Australian? I'm not sure what that is.
Alien
$5. Either way, thank you, Rude Mudcrab. Got to clean up your own home before you try clean up someone else's, or our own sides do more damage to our side than the opposition does. So to the point that you were just making, Jake, isn't this the same logic, the same purview that Andrew Wilson had once he stepped into the arena, the podcast arena with Fresh and Fit? Well, Fresh and Fit and I both align on we're against the leftist progressives, which when I brought up Walter Weeks Fresh, you said, oh, no. But meanwhile, that's what Andrew said. Your daddy,
yeah,
Andrew.
Well, when it came to that situation, you're talking about probably perhaps the Daisy situation or him banging in multiple women, right?
No, I'm telling you the context that I just shared. It had nothing to do with any of that.
Well, you said that he was my daddy. That's not accurate. But again, can you be more specific on the question, please, so I can answer it properly?
So, more specifically,
Yes.
did Andrew Wilson not say that Fresh and Fit and he align because they're both, all three of them, against the leftist progressives? This is the same argument you were just making, Jake. Keep up.
Yeah, I know. I agree with that. But
okay, so then why did you say Walter Weeks is not that?
No,
Right
I didn't
before.
say that. I said he wasn't a full-on conservative because Walter Weeks has explained in the past that he isn't necessarily faithful. He bangs a lot of chicks. We understand that. And there's arguments to go against it, which Andrew has criticized Fresh and Fit for that. Right? So, again, we can
Whoa. When you say
hold on.
criticized, you mean he asked his fans to send in super chats to them? Is that your version of criticized?
I don't know anything about his fans.
Oh, you don't know anything about that. So you saw it, but you don't know anything about that. It was blasted on air, but you don't know anything about that.
I don't know any of his
It's funny. You have a very selective knowledge base of what goes on. But you knew exactly with the Glenn drama, apparently, right?
No, I didn't. That's why I asked you.
No, you didn't? That's why you asked me, because you didn't know about it?
Because I didn't really know
I don't have
too much
any
detail.
idea about the Glenn thing, so let me ask him
not any
about
idea.
Glenn.
I didn't know too much details. This is why I fucking asked you.
You didn't know too much details,
Not too
even
many
though
details.
Glenn
So
was in the
here's the thing.
backstage ready
Well-
to add the videos that you added right away.
No,
You
I
didn't say,
add
hey,
right away.
Base, do you have
Glenn-
videos? Right?
No, Glenn was
No,
the one that
no.
jumped in, and Glenn was the one that sent them to me. I didn't have them fucking
Okay.
ready.
Wait,
Yeah,
Glenn
and-
sent them to you.
No, Glenn actually, I screen shared Glenn's fucking computer, bro. It wasn't mine. I didn't have him ready in the background.
Okay, so
That's
if
a
I had
lie.
asked to
You're
throw up clips
lying
before
again.
then
You're lying
you would have threw them
that
up.
wasn't true. You're shooting the narrative to make it sound like I'm
Shooting
fucking
the narrative.
Yeah, you are. So here's the
How do
thing.
you
Let's
shoot
go back
the
to
narrative?
by manipulating it, by spinning it, my friend. So
Wow,
keep up
I
with-
never
Yeah,
knew
now-
I was
now
shooting
you-
that.
Yeah, now you know. So here's the thing.
So that's being accurate. You're being inaccurate. So what would that be as per the narrative?
So
would
can
that
we
be
get back
like
to
butt
Walter
fucking
Reed?
the narrative? What would that be, Jake?
Yeah, probably butt
Base,
fucking the narrative.
calm
Fuck it.
down, bro.
But here's the thing, Base. Stop getting triggered, bro. Go back to Batman.
I know. I'm
Go back to
so
Batman.
triggered, man.
Go back
I'm
to
out of
Batman
my
mode.
I'm out of my
Go back to-
control. You
Base,
got me.
Base,
I almost need a cigarette, Jake.
Go back
Hey,
to
so go on.
answering questions mode,
Base,
like you did in that
Base.
interview.
Hey, Jake, give me a second, bro.
Yeah, go for it.
Base, hear me out for a second, all right? Just
And
listen to
hold on. Joe, what up, Joe? Cool.
Hey, Joe, cool. So,
How you
Base,
doing? Can I get a short recap, I-Fi?
no, dude, hold on. Let me
Okay,
finish
don't
my
worry.
thought. Let me
come
finish
on,
No,
my
man.
no,
thought.
I wanted you to recap it for me
Hold
because
on,
I
hold
felt
on.
the emotion. Go ahead.
Hold on. Base, just listen to me for a second. Once again, I understand your perspective. It is quite possible, even though you doubt that he was ignorant of these things you're saying, it is quite possible he was ignorant of these things that you feel like he was in full knowledge of. Just like when you were absolutely sure that Glenn was fully knowledgeable of all the conversations you were having. And I understand you feel like you had enough evidence where you were convinced he was lying to you or making excuses or whatever. You got to understand people, dude. They're really fucking dumb. Most humans are so dumb they don't know like 80% of what you're talking about, and they'll.
I agree. They need a leash. I agree.
You feel like they're playing dumb on purpose because they're trying to deceive you or trying to play tricks on you or ambush you or whatever. When in reality, they're really that fucking dumb. They just don't know what you're talking about. And they're like, "Wait a minute, bro. You're accusing me of what, and what?" You know. And they're trying to keep up with the conversation, and you're already like 4 steps ahead of them. And you're like, "Dude, you know, you said this, you meant that, and I know what you were thinking." And so I understand your perspective, Base, but sometimes you might just want to give them the benefit of the doubt and see if maybe they were, fucking up a little bit, and maybe, maybe a little dishonest, Base. Let's put it this way. Not fully honest, but just a little dishonest where, yeah, I kind of know it's probably going to turn into an ambush, but I don't give a fuck. I need the clicks or whatever. Or maybe I have no idea.
Sounded
Hold
like
on,
his
Jake. Hold on, Jake.
motivation. Yeah.
That was my motivation. You needed my clicks, Jake.
Sounded like your motivation. I don't
You
know if it
needed
was.
I didn't need yours. You needed
God.
mine.
Dude, bro. Can you
Jake,
listen to what
I'm
I
trying
said?
to help you out here,
Sounded.
dude. Jake, I'm
You don't
trying
have to help me out, but I appreciate it. I appreciate
Yeah,
it, bro.
dude.
You don't
Yeah,
need
dude.
to, but I appreciate it. Go on.
Okay. So, anyways, Jake, okay, now you can convince Base that you absolutely had no idea what was about to happen with the Glenn incident, and you walked into it completely blind, ignorant of all the things that were about to happen, and you blindly posted all the videos in good faith, thinking you were still doing an honest interview.
I didn't post
with
it.
Base.
That wasn't me.
Or whatever you did.
No.
Presented it or
It's
whatever.
very important.
You
for the
just
content.
said you posted the videos that Glenn provided to you.
No.
So what the fuck are you talking about, Jake?
Can
Are
you
you just
listen?
a manipulative linguistic? Is that what you do?
Can you listen to the words he said?
No, I can
Did-
listen. Can you
Hold on,
talk
yeah, can
clearly?
you
Can you
listen?
communicate
Can you
clearly?
listen clearly?
I
Can
do
you listen
think
clearly?
he misspoke. because
So
he
real
did-
quick.
he did say he popped it up on the screen. And I
I like how
think
Base
remember
wants to
that.
interrupt
On my show?
on your show. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was
that you like
funny.
it.
That was still up.
Fair enough,
By the
man,
way,
fair enough.
Jake, did Glenn present him on the stream? I'm totally
Yes,
ignorant
correct.
of this. Okay.
Glenn
okay.
was the one that brought it up. Glenn was the one that had it all there when he was brought in. He was the one that put it on stream. Okay.
Okay,
And I
okay,
said,
that's-
okay, let's do that.
That's
Yeah,
not that
you
you
said
guys are enough-
okay. You
I-
are the
For what?
arbiter, so I don't
You
know why you
knew-
keep
hold on, hold
blaming
on.
Glenn.
You knew that Glenn had the situation. Okay.
That
You
he
knew
had the
link.
situation? What the
The
fuck
link.
does that
The-
mean?
the link,
You knew
motherfucker.
that Glenn had the
link.
situation.
Situation of the
What
link.
the
Yes,
fuck?
the situation. He knew the situation of the
Just
of the,
talking
of the stream.
nonsense.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
can say
yeah.
all
I
you
knew
want.
that Glenn
You
had
can
the
say it all you
situation.
want. Yeah. You knew he had the link too, motherfucker, but you agreed to that, right?
Space.
But apparently we're ambushing you,
Hold on,
even though
Jake,
you
Jake.
knew what the situation
I'm
was.
making it
You're
more
kind
red.
of showing your colors now, Jake. If
Jake,
you-
stop making it more red.
Nobody's
Base.
asking you, Sarah. Shut up, you're a woman.
Base. What
Go
he's
ahead.
saying is you were aware that you and Glenn had a beef, and Jake was not quite caught up to it yet. That's what he's claiming, and so Is that possibly true?
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, ponder on that for a few minutes, gentlemen. Smoke a cigarette, take a deep breath,
I'll do that.
and then let's all be friends here. Come on, guys. Can we get
100%,
along?
man. 100%.
Sarah needs a good, strong men to lead, and you guys aren't providing any. So
Actually,
even
I
know
will
Sarah.
say I've gotten a lot of cleaning done since you guys have been dick measuring each other the whole
Very good. Very
again,
good.
Stay alive.
again, I'm black. So
Yeah.
once you bet on black,
You never go back, my friend. You ever seen white chicks? When you go black, you're gonna be in a wheelchair.
there you go. Okay. So once again, Base, I want to give them the benefit of the doubt. I'm going to include them all right now. Jake, Glenn, fuck Andrew, but these two gentlemen, I think are much dumber than you give them credit for. You're giving them way
you're probably
too much
right. You're
intelligence.
probably right. Yeah.
So I'm always right, Base. Never argue with Phi.
Shut the fuck up.
With Wi-Fi.
Yeah, with Wi-Fi. That's correct.
With Wi-Fi,
me angry. No, Phi smash. Dude, you can't make me angry. Seriously, you can try, but anyways, Jake.
So let's get back to the crux, Jake,
Okay.
about how the enemy of our enemy, right? The enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Hold on.
type of
Now I
mentality.
want to turn it. Now I want to turn on Jake. Jake,
Go for it.
since you love clout so much, you wanted an example earlier.
Do I
Yes.
love clout so much?
Yes,
How is
you're
that?
always bringing up like subs and shit. You're always like,
well, it's not
"This
like
dude's got
hold on,
100
hold on.
subs.
It's
Why
not
would he
like
care about
it's
you?"
not like I stream every day or anything like that, bro. I
Listen to
actually
me,
have a
Jake.
life outside of
Listen.
that.
Listen.
But can you make an argument on how I love clout? bro?
Okay, when
That's a big
every
statement.
time this drama comes up, the first thing you mention is how many subs this guy has and why he
What are you
should
talking
care
about?
about me.
How did where did
Yep.
I mention that?
Andrew.
Oh,
Andrew.
that's
Okay,
gay.
well, hold
that's
on. No.
gay.
In the context of that, I said Andrew doesn't really have too much to deal with. Not only did I mention subs, which is a huge gap, I also mentioned live viewers. I also
Does it
mentioned live viewers.
matter?
And I used the example of Jake Paul or Paul, whatever, Logan Paul,
Yeah.
fighting Grid 1, and there's no real incentive to that.
Okay.
This is called business, my friend. Hold
Jake,
on. This,
Does
I know
it?
hold
what
on,
business is.
bro. This is called business.
I
Are
get
you a
it.
capitalist?
Yes.
Okay, so then why the fuck are you questioning the business side of what I'm talking about?
Because
then? Because why?
Some
Because
of
you're
us
a grifter?
capitalists have moral standards. That's
Oh,
the
moral
difference.
It's called
How is it
it's
moral?
called
How is it
integrity.
Dude, you guys are so fucking flipping shit. There's something called business, right? It's
Yeah.
a thing.
Oh,
We all
I never
have
heard of that, Jake.
Yeah,
I never
you
heard
did.
of business.
Apparently
Oh,
you did
it's
not.
Yeah, you
all
got me,
business.
man.
I got,
Burn.
no, I
Oh.
burned your ass right now, bro.
Will y'all stop interrupting? Let me talk to Jake. So, Jake, you asked for an example earlier. I'm going to give you
Get
one.
a sandwich, high five.
Okay.
Come
Okay,
on.
Jake, are you familiar
What's
with
up?
Dave Rubin?
Yeah, the gay conservative.
Okay, he's got a whole bunch of subs. He's got a huge audience. So,
Sure.
should we let him in the umbrella? I mean, we got standards,
Dave
but let's let him
Rubin,
in.
Dave fucking Rubin is married to another man, and
Uh-huh.
he actually adopted. And they signed contracts, bro. A contract that child cannot see the mother that gave birth to him.
Okay,
This is
so
disgusting. This is a disgusting act, and I totally agree with that. That is fucking stupid. bro.
okay, so
Don't
if
like Dave Rubin.
Andrew
signed
goes
the
on Dave
contract.
Rubin's show, you would object to that, right? You'd be like,
No,
Andrew,
he can
you
go
sold
on there.
out, bro.
No, not at all. Go on there. Go on there and fucking discuss shit.
And
okay?
say, you're one of us, Dave Rubin. Thanks for having me on, bro.
Did Andrew say that? Has Andrew ever said Dave Rubin's one of us?
That's someone else's objection.
Oh,
not
so
mine.
you're actually just making shit up. of
No,
what you
I'm
think
saying
Andrew would say.
I don't personally have that objection.
My
Other people.
God,
do.
how do
Neither
you
do I.
talk
Who
with
is
Wilson
us?
Balls?
Who is us? What sides
Neither
are
do
there
I.
here? What sides are
The
there
right
here?
wing
I'm
and the left
interested.
wing, Joe. It's the same
Well, it's
old
a lot
You
more
battle.
niggas
complicated
ain't
than
that
that.
dumb.
You're making
Ain't
it sound
nobody
like
on
black
this
and white.
panel that dumb. Yeah, where you think it's just left wing. You must have made that
Exactly.
too simplified. You oversimplified.
I'm
No,
telling
There's
you.
more
dude,
to it.
that's literally what they're arguing about. Is
No,
the
I'm
right
not
wing
arguing
and
that. I just made a fucking argument against that, dude. You're not paying attention, Fi. I thought you were smarter than that. I thought you were the best debater, better than fucking base.
So you never brought up the
Never
main
brought up Dave
enemy.
Rubin.
Nobody better than me, Jake.
Hey Jake,
The
you never said.
very first
you go, bro.
thing he
Hey,
brought
Jake.
up was
Hey Jake, you never
Wilson
said the main
subscribers.
enemy is the left wing progressives. That's the main enemy, guys. Stop infighting on the right wing.
Well,
you
I-
never said that.
No, I never said stop. I said let's tangle it out. We can do that. I said that, bro. Obviously, you're not paying attention. I said I'm
Oh, I
fine.
am. Don't worry.
I'm fine. No, you're not. Obviously, you're not. I said we can infight. We can fucking settle shit down when it comes to worldviews. Fine with that. But I'm saying the White Walkers, going back to Game of Thrones, there's a bigger enemy behind the wall that we should also focus on. That's all my point was, bro. Do you understand?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm just catching.
Sound like
You're not
I was
good 'cause
thinking.
you don't
No,
understand.
he's catching me up. He didn't have to. It don't really matter what he said. I think I got a better gauge
cool
on
now?
it right now.
You cool now, bro?
One
Uh,
second.
Joe, cool.
yeah.
I'm talking to Joe. Are you caught up?
I think so. Yes, and
All right,
I'm
cool.
even better caught up. I do believe you were right with the political
That's what he just
aspects
said.
of it. I think it's at this point where it's left versus right. Basically, I did hear him throw descriptors in there, far
Yep.
so and so or whatever. But I'm boiling it down to
The
no, it's
gays
left
and the
versus right.
feminists, you know,
Yes,
the lefties.
and I don't know if that argument works, right? I think I was wrong with that us versus them shit. I don't think it's a thing. I think it's bad, and it leads us to keep this shit going over and over and over. I think that's part of the plan. That side has to be my brother, and I have to untrick him. I can't be. He's the enemy. Stay away from him. Attack him. I can't do that. I can attack his ideals and all of that shit. At the same time, I'm sorry, I'm talking too much.
Yeah, Joe, you're doing a whole nother debate, dude. That we got other fish to fry at the moment. So
Come
we'll
on,
get back to
Joe.
that.
Stay in your lane.
All right, so since we only got what 20 minutes left, based, let's wrap this up.
See,
Jake.
I-Fi, look at I-Fi counting
Yeah,
down, knows the time.
Yeah.
Is he running your show?
This
Yeah,
is
yeah.
debate. This is a debate.
No.
No,
It's
no,
just
no.
we're trying to unfuck shit because Sarah wants everything unfucked, and I'm trying my
well,
darn.
good luck. Good luck.
So Jake,
Wi-Fi.
yeah, no, all for you, baby. Anyways, Jake. So what I'm trying to get here is that there was another miscommunication, a whole bunch of fucking up.
Mhm.
Once again, Base doesn't give a shit. He's like, "Fuck you, I'm getting to the truth." You
Fair
know,
enough.
and either you're with
And,
me or
and,
against
and I'm
me.
like, fuck you. I want to get to the lies. All
Okay,
right?
okay,
Is that the perspective that you're giving me?
No,
No,
you
no,
don't
no.
want the lies, Jake. You want the
want
lies
the lies.
/ truth that gets to
Yeah.
whatever your
Oh.
purview is.
Okay, gotcha.
Whatever is going to support your argument. That's all that you care about.
No.
That's what
Ah.
it seems like.
I think Jake wants to focus on the good guys staying together in the fight and not quibbling.
Well, it
over
doesn't
all-
seem that he knows who the good guys are. So how could he
Who
do
are the
that,
good
Hi-Fi?
guys? Are you the good
He's
guy, Base?
He's a water
It-
carrier.
Who
Yeah.
are the good guys?
Base, are you a good guy?
It's
No,
me, Jake.
no,
He's
I'm
talking
not.
about me.
Oh, you're
No.
not. So why the fuck should I work with you then? You're not the good guy.
Jake,
I didn't
Jake,
ask you to work with me.
he's
Well, no,
talking-
When
I'm
did I
saying,
ever
why should
ask
I?
you to
No,
work
I
with
didn't-
me?
That wasn't my question. I'm saying why should I?
Jake, he was talking
I'm
about me.
not here to convince you of
Oh,
anything.
no, I didn't say that. I said why should I, bro? Answer the question.
Oh, you should not, Jake. You certainly
Okay,
should not.
there you go.
As
Thank you
I-Fi
for
pointed
that.
out,
Now,
your brain
finally,
cell
he answered a
thing, you know,
question
whatever's going
that
on.
He didn't do on the fucking interview. Go ahead.
Hey,
iPhone.
Yeah, I didn't
Wow.
answer any questions
Yeah,
on the
you didn't.
interview. The
Yeah,
the
you're really
interview.
Jake,
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'll give you a reason why, Jake.
Really bad was bringing you more viewers than you've had, other than if it was Wilson on
Oh,
or rating
yeah,
your chat,
yeah.
right?
Yeah,
I'll give
fair
you
enough,
a
bro.
good reason, Jake.
Because
I'll
what
give-
good do those 1,000
man.
subscribers
That must be
do,
it.
Jake,
That must
when you
be
get
it, bro.
50 or 100 views
Yeah.
per video?
Must
Yeah,
be
what
it.
what good does it do?
Base,
Yeah,
let
must
me
be
give
it, Base.
let me talk
Must
to
be
Jake
it,
a
Base.
No, it must be.
Must
Unless
be,
you can
bro.
provide another reason.
Jake.
No, I'm telling you, you're totally right, Base. You're the smartest guy in the fucking room.
No, that's
Well,
me
you don't
again.
need to be, in all
I'm talking about
fairness,
No,
me.
to
you don't
see
need to be,
the
but
coke
you
that
are,
you're
right?
sucking
but
on.
you are, though, right?
Well,
Guys,
Yeah.
I'm
there
gonna
you go.
make
Thank
some
you
more
for admitting that.
sandwiches. Do you want any?
Yeah, I want to
Yeah.
see.
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah,
I want
make Jake a ketchup sandwich.
I
That's
want
what he would
Reuben.
like.
Extra ketchup, please.
Yeah.
With
yeah.
that.
Jake,
Thank you. Yeah.
Jake. So a good reason why you want this dude on your side is because you see how hard he is on even the good guys. So imagine
I like that.
how much he would absolutely destroy the bad guys.
Yeah, not
This
necessarily.
is the kind of guy you want on your team. Trust me. Even if occasionally he goes a little too hard on some of the good guys that fuck up a little bit, and they're like, "Whoops, I made a little mistake," and Base is like, "Fuck you, your ass is mine." And so I understand, Jake. That's a turnoff. You're like, "Come on, bro. We're all on the
It's
same
not a
team.
turnoff, bro.
So don't kill us." You know.
No,
You
Jake
remember,
want a clout
do-
share.
do
That's
I
what he
have
wants.
do I have to repeat my take here?
You can't.
No,
if you want
we'd
to.
prefer that you don't
could.
repeat yourself like
Yeah,
a broken
of
record,
course, so
which
that you can
obfuscates
straw
from
man
proving
the whole time.
anything that
Of
you're
course you
attempting
don't-
to.
Of course, you don't
At
want
the-
me to repeat it because you're just straw manning the whole time. That's fine. I
At-
won't do it.
At the very
Sure.
beginning, you made
Sure.
the point that Andrew Wilson's got hundreds of thousands of
That was your main
subscribers.
point, Jake. That was your main starting point.
bro.
Yes,
No,
it
no, no,
was.
no, no, no.
How
Even
you-
though I said those words, I
was
didn't
my
mean
point?
that.
What was my point? I said this. Why should Andrew deal with you when he has subs and he has more live viewers? You guys cut that out conveniently.
Because Blood
So-
Sports is his content, Jake. That's his
Okay,
whole
hold
stick.
on, bro. Hold on.
That's
But here's
everything
the
Andrew does.
Well, here's the thing. Base Oracle is the exception to that fucking rule with the 1K, right? He doesn't charge
So
anybody
what?
for an interview for a debate. I'll tell you why. Because Base Oracle has gone on record attacking Andrew, and he's fine with that. But at the same time, if you're gonna backbite him, according to what Andrew says, and you can correct me if I'm wrong,
I will.
Andrew's
Don't worry.
And go ahead and do it after I'm done with my thought.
Yeah, so where did I backbite him?
Can I finish my thought?
Yep.
I don't know.
Yep.
Can you?
Well, I'm asking you. It's your show.
Yes,
Damn
go.
right.
So can I finish?
Yes, go.
Okay, thank you. Well, no, Fi, it's not your show.
You're welcome.
Okay, keep asking permission to talk. Go ahead. We'll wait.
No, I'm asking Base. It's his show.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Base.
You're welcome.
So here's the thing. When Andrew's saying this guy did some backbiting, he's there attacking me, and he wants to debate on whether I'm a grifter or a liar, which is a pretty stupid debate. You're not actually attacking.
Why is that backbiting?
I don't know. Base Oracle.
I don't
didn't
know.
explain it to me.
I don't know.
didn't
Why don't
explain
you
that
know
to me.
anything, Jake?
He didn't explain
Why
that
don't
to
you
me.
fucking know
In the
anything?
interview, he didn't explain that to me.
I didn't
So
explain why he calls me a
doesn't-
backbiter. How would I
Base-
know what he knows?
Base Oracle doesn't even fucking know, right?
Yeah,
So
I don't know a lie. You're correct.
No, yeah. Can I finish my thought, or do you
I
want?
don't know. Can you? Can you
I
land
know
your
you
plane, Jake?
asked that.
Your show, bro.
Pretty inconsistent.
It's your show.
You guys
Jake.
want iced tea or lemonade?
Lemonade.
Half and half.
Hey,
Oh,
Jake.
you know what? Good point. Half and half.
I know. I only make good points, Jake.
That's
Hey,
Go on.
Jake. Hey, Jake. According to your own logic, if
Uh-huh.
if
High
Base
five
calls out,
between
and-
those two.
No, that's why it's doing
let me
good.
talk. Let me talk.
Okay.
Jake,
Give me a
according to your-
dollar then.
According to your own logic, Base calling out Andrew in public to debate him, how's that backbiting him? Can you explain to Base how that's backbiting?
Agreed.
But again, I know one side of the story here. So according to what I understand, Base went on stream, talked mad shit on Andrew Wilson. Andrew came on, talked shit back. They had a big fucking beef on it that lasted for about almost a year, maybe half a year at this point. I don't know the timeline exactly because
You don't know anything because everything is incorrect so far.
Because you didn't fucking explain it correctly. Yes, because you didn't elaborate on the questions when I was asking.
I said go to my channel, bitch, and I meant it.
Fuck your channel. I don't
Is
give a
he
fuck
a
about
ball
what you
carrier
fucking-
for Wilson or
fucking
what?
out-
No, no, he's a
Always
ball
that.
sucker. There's a
Oh,
difference.
yeah.
there.
Ah, gotcha.
Yeah, ball sucker.
He
okay.
sucks the balls and he dries them off. Whatever you do, he pampers.
Well, he
right,
made-
use a little bit of that ball
Yeah,
powder.
keep it coming.
He
Keep the
made
hate
his
coming.
point.
Yeah,
when it's
yeah, and
about
that's what he says to
subscribers
Andrew. He says,
and views.
Andrew, keep it coming.
Keep the hate coming.
Base.
So
I love
so
it.
far you got everything wrong about your little
So how
story
about you
here.
explain to me because you didn't even go into details on it. So go ahead.
Let's go ahead
I
and have
didn't go
the,
into
the
details.
interview
Educate
now.
me.
Since
What's
he never
about the
got
point
his
of the
interview.
interview?
You got 10 minutes, Jake. Make it
Yeah,
count.
isn't that on the
Land
interviewer
his
to be a good
plane.
interviewer? Yeah, I'll
Well,
land
no,
your plane for you, Jake. Don't
Yeah,
worry.
And when I ask questions, the interviewee, which is you, didn't go into
The who?
any specifics. The
The who?
interviewee. The interviewee, bro. You.
Person being
Interviewee?
interviewed.
Person that's
Very
getting
good.
interviewed. The interviewee.
So
yeah.
I will clarify for you because I didn't know before today, in all fairness, that
Uh-huh.
if I pointed out you're kind of retarded. So
Oh,
I get it.
nice.
You're more retarded than evil. I mean, I'll accept
Yeah.
it. I don't know if it's true.
By the
But
way, are
with
you on
that
the
said,
spectrum? like Damon asked you during that interview, are you on the spectrum, bro?
yeah,
You are.
yeah, you're making fun of my condition.
Yeah, be the
Yeah,
fuck
your condition,
nice.
bro. We don't like fucking mentally challenged people here.
I can
giving-
tell.
Going
So,
in there.
anyways, now that
giving
you're
your
done
opinion on
flapping your cocksucker, I will
Oh,
continue.
oh, yeah.
Andrew hopped on my channel when I was reviewing a video with Glenn and somebody else. Glenn was on live as well, and Andrew came up and spurged. So what you call talking shit,
Can you give me details
Was-
on that? Is this
can
the
I
same
give
question?
you details on it?
Yes.
On what?
So you said that you were on with Glenn Lawrence. He
Yeah.
came in, and what does Spurg mean? Did he attack you right away?
Yeah,
Okay. And you said that he was calling you the F word, and I remember this in the interview.
he was
didn't go
calling
in-
you what?
He was calling you the F word, the maggot, you know?
Gay
And,
person.
Yeah. And that was your take. And I said, why was that? Was he drunk? Was he this? Like, what was the context? Which you didn't explain on that. Can I ask you, what was the context of that initial interaction?
Does it matter if he's gay?
Yes, it does matter.
Why?
Because context matters, my friend. You don't think context matters? Chuck
So
in Tennessee.
gay people,
Hold on, Chuck in Tennessee. You don't think context matters?
gay
To get
people
down
are
to the truth?
less than the other people?
Do you think
what
context
you're-
matters when it comes to getting to the truth?
Jake, you got 10 minutes to stay focused on base.
Well, here's the thing. This guy wants to say that context doesn't
Don't
matter.
worry about Chuck.
Fucking-
Just stay focused
Fucking
on base.
moron. Go ahead, base. Can you give me context, please?
I gave you the context, Jake.
You didn't.
Ifi, can you translate into simpler terms for
Can
Jake?
you
Because I
just
know
give me
you're only
context?
half retarded,
Can you
and
just
Jake
give me
is
context?
seemingly
You have a-
completely retarded.
Do you have
You're
a link
refusing to
that you
answer
give
the
Jake so he
question
can
of
review
giving
it
me
himself?
context?
Do you have a
Yeah,
link?
yeah, I will give you a link. Jake.
I'm just not going to give you context because I don't want to get
Jake,
called out.
Jake, he just said he's going to give you the link to the video that you're asking about. You
Okay,
can watch
I'll
it
watch it
yourself.
later and then I'll come back to you then.
He's
Base.
only got 10
Okay.
minutes, so you better
He
make
only
it
got-
quick.
Okay. Cool. So you don't want to give me the context through your own words. You're just going to send me
No.
a video.
Why is this guy so dumb?
we got 2
Look,
minutes.
look, we were reviewing Andrew's video on Fresh and Fit
So
and some
Andrew
other
comes-
videos.
Yeah. Andrew comes in, starts calling you the F word, whatever. Why?
Because he's retarded.
So base, why?
That's my word, Chuck. You're not allowed to do
It's called
Oh, I'm
damage
sorry.
control. It's called damage control, and as Chuck said, he was being retarded. So we came in and called everyone fucking
No
idiots and all sorts of
disrespect, man.
things.
I'm assuming you had
That doesn't
criticisms
tell
of
me
him.
anything.
You
Yeah,
had
he was
criticisms
probably
that he
talking
didn't
shit
like.
about
Doesn't tell me
Andrew,
shit.
obviously.
So
Doesn't tell me
saying the
shit.
truth is what Jake refers
No.
to as talking shit.
No. You
I said
haven't
talking
told
shit.
me any context, my friend. Can you give me context?
Do you know what context means, Jake?
Yes,
Do you know what the
context
word
means-
means?
Specific information of how that led into the shit talk. Please give me context.
Oh, okay, I'm going to be very specific.
What did he
We
say?
were reviewing Andrew's
did Andrew
video, Jake.
Shut up,
And
Jake.
as we were reviewing it,
Mhm.
Andrew hopped in with the link to StreamYard and immediately started yelling and spurging. What other context do you need? Do you need to know
What-
what I had for
what-
dinner that night?
what
Do you need
were
to know
you-
what I was
so,
drinking?
can
Do you
you-
need to know how big the
Yeah.
shit was I
Do you
took
want me to
before
answer
Andrew
it?
came
Do you want
on?
me to answer it? Do you want me to answer it? Okay, good. So here's the thing. What I need to know is what were you saying? What was your criticism? And Andrew came in. What was his rebuttal? What led into this whole spurging that you claimed? that
What
Andrew did?
preceded the spurg? What preceded it?
What
We,
was your take and what was Andrew's take? What led on to it? Can you be specific, please?
I literally already
You literally
answered
please
your
don't,
question,
please don't
Jake.
repeat
You
yourself.
literally
Please,
did it.
here, let's ask him a different question.
Yeah.
What
ask
were
me
some
different
of
questions.
the criticisms of Andrew that you saw during that show you watched?
I don't remember specifically, but
He
just
doesn't
in
remember
terms
I'll
of
take general.
He doesn't
I could
remember.
guess some.
yeah, I don't remember my
you don't
exact
remember.
critiques per
But
a
yeah.
video from months ago. Like
Oh
what?
yeah, but at the same time, you can talk about it for fucking hours on your stream, but don't remember specifics. Kind of crazy to me, man.
Well,
You're
you can
right.
go back and watch it, and then
I
you'll
don't
be
care about
fully
going back.
informed.
I'm
Oh,
asking
you
you
don't
a
actually
question.
care. You don't actually care.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I'm asking you a
Exactly.
fucking question, and you obviously
I
don't
know, and
care.
you're too retarded
You
to
were there.
receive the
Funny.
answer.
It's funny because you don't even care enough to remember your fucking rebuttals. So who really cares, bro? Is it me or is it you?
Jake,
It's
Yeah,
you,
exactly.
Jake.
Yeah,
Jake,
compounded.
Jake,
You
you can
don't even
remember.
care enough to remember.
Jake, you can remember streams you did 3 months ago. You can't remember exactly what conversations
But
you
I
had
can
3
also
months ago.
I can also remember my criticisms when it comes to Biden, when it comes to any video that I do.
You remember
I can
exactly
the-
your conversations
Yes.
you had on all your
I can-
streams 3
No,
months
no,
ago.
no. I don't even have that much streams. I can remember every fucking context of political
Dude.
criticism that I have. When it comes to critical, criticizing somebody, I can remember that. It's not a big deal. Okay, I'm just asking what was said. Give me
So,
paraphrase.
for instance, what was said was the accuracy of Wilson telling his audience to send in support to Fresh and Fit, including super chats and subscribe to them, etc.
Just generally
Yep.
promoting.
Now that's
the
that's
channels,
detailed.
what he's saying.
Cow
Yeah,
tower.
I do remember that. What? Okay.
Okay, so you call that talking shit? Me being accurate, me
No,
telling the truth.
I said that.
You
I
say-
said that base. I said
I
talking.
never said talking shit.
I
never
said that base. That was
Base.
me. That was my fault. Sorry.
No, I heard Jake say that I was
I
talking shit and
No,
that
I
Andrew
said that.
hopped
Base.
in.
I
Well, you
answered.
said it as well. Great, IFI. Congrats.
Okay.
Wrong.
So, what is your contention then, Jake?
Well, again, my contention is to get down to the details of that situation, which you still refuse. to
Then
give
watch
me
the
details.
video,
How,
dumbass.
how about you just tell me, fuckhead? Just
I
tell
just
me.
did,
He
retard.
did. He told you.
I mean,
You
I
kind
just
of
gave
in
me
all,
one.
all
You didn't give me
fairness,
context,
in
bro.
all fairness, Jake, like you already had your interview time. You should have done the research on this and asked these questions back then.
And
I
he
did.
didn't do
I
it.
did, though.
And he
I
didn't
did.
do it.
But you
I
should have
did.
already, if I'm going to
Okay,
interview
so
somebody
here-
and I
no,
wanted to
Sarah,
be
Sarah.
specific on an event, I'm going to follow all of the events that led up to whatever's going on, so that I would know what I, as the interviewer, was talking about.
Sure. And Sarah, at the end of the day, I expect the one that's getting interviewed to give some type of specifics, details for the audience, which he
You-
didn't.
You can expect that, but they're not obligated to that.
They're not
Yeah,
obligated
don't
to
relieve
that.
you
Whoa,
of
whoa,
your
hold
duties
on,
either.
hold on.
What details?
You're saying, oh, they're not obligated. How am I obligated to give to do the research then?
Because you're asking,
ca-
you're the one asking for the interview.
But how am I obligated?
Because you're
if you want to
interviewing.
have
For what?
context,
For what?
right?
How
if
is it
you wanna
obligated?
have-
It's a
Because
business,
you're
my
asking-
friend. Let
How
me
is it
explain to you what a
obligated?
business
You're-
is.
How
You're
is
Yeah,
the
it,
Jake,
one
do you know what a
that's
business is?
I do know what it is. How is it obligated though, Sarah?
I'm trying
How
to
am I
answer.
obligated?
I can't. So you're the one that's asking
Uh-huh.
for the context and the conversation.
Yes.
What led up to
Based
it?
off of what he said, yes.
Based right, but again, you should already like all of the questions I ask, unless they're personal. Most of them I already know a general idea of what the answer is or should be, because that's how I already prepare my follow-up questions.
So have
or
you ever
how
seen a
to
Tucker
elaborate.
Carlson interview?
I don't think so. No.
You don't?
I've seen
Okay,
a bunch.
So you've seen a bunch. Okay.
Yeah.
So there's times where Tucker says, I don't understand this situation. I've seen a bit of it. Can you elaborate on this of what other people are saying? He asks a lot of questions on that, and people elaborate on it. This is an interview style.
Are,
all
are
right?
you Tucker
It's-
Carlson?
I don't have to be. I don't have to be. I don't have
Why
to
would
be.
Why would Tucker spend
Why,
time?
why
with
should
you?
I have
He's
to be
got so
Tucker
many
Carlson
subs.
in order to ask those questions?
Yeah,
Stupid.
Tucker got too many subs for you, Jake. I don't know if you
Okay,
should
yeah,
do things
yeah.
that he does.
Yeah, I'm
Right?
not
You
Tucker
just trying
Carlson.
to
You haven't-
backbite
you
him?
haven't noticed-
Are you trying to backbite Tucker right now,
You
Jake?
haven't noticed. I'm
What
not
a
Tucker
fucking
Carlson.
backbiter.
So
Does,
backbiting.
does
him.
By
anyone
the way-
want coffee
But again-
and cookies? I'm gonna
but
make
again,
some
Sarah,
cookies now.
Yeah, make some cookies.
Yeah,
Sarah.
yeah. Get
Say-
Jake a fruitcake cookie.
Yeah,
So-
fruitcake
so-
cookies. So I can,
So, Jake,
anyone?
what is a backbiter, by the way?
somebody who is friendly with somebody, I guess, to my understanding. Don't know the actual definition. This is something that I fucking even knew there was a word for it, but it's basically somebody who betrays you. Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
So, given the context of the details, the context I just gave you, where did I backbite
Context that you
Andrew?
did not give me, actually.
Where did I backbite Andrew?
Well, I wish I knew if you gave me the context.
Yeah, I wish you knew too, and
Yeah,
didn't just
I wish
operate on
you
the
could
fumes
explain
of delusion,
I
Jake.
wish-
I
I
wish,
wish you could
I wish
explain
that
it.
you were smarter. I wish that you
were-
did more
I-
research
I wish that
before
you
running your
knew
mouth.
how to
I
explain
wish,
things.
Jake. I wish.
You wish
I
a lot
wish.
of things, but it's never.
I
gonna
know,
No,
and they just
wish
don't come
things, bro.
true.
I
Are you
wish
starting to
things.
get it?
Are you starting to get how you can't wish something? How about you just answer questions? It's very simple interview style. And I gave you an example of Tucker Carlson, who's one of the biggest interviewers here online. So again,
Also, Jake,
those are your criticism. You guys are fucking just making shit up off the bat.
that doesn't mean he
Where
doesn't.
has anyone made anything up?
Hey, Jake, that doesn't mean he doesn't do research on his guests. That means sometimes he plays dumb to let the audience know what they're talking about.
I
even
would have
if they
assumed
don't
the
know.
same thing when he said I did a little research. I assumed he did something decent.
Right, but what Jake is saying is he didn't do all the research and didn't know the full story and full details. But again, Sarah was just trying to offer you some advice. Like, if you're going to interview people, do a little research.
Yeah, and
before you do it.
here's the thing. I appreciate your advice, Sarah. Okay.
You told her to shut up?
Yeah, shut up, Sarah.
I'm over
Oh, so
here
you only
trying
like
to
advice when it's
Shut
for
up,
you,
Sarah.
right?
Shut up, Sarah. Shut up,
Well, to
Sarah.
be fair, I told her to shut up too. So
Yeah,
like a
exactly.
good man.
Come on, base. Stop being unbased. But no, Sarah. Obviously, I'm just joking. I'm just
Fighting
joking.
words.
Unbased Oracle. Stop.
No cheesecake for you, Jake. No
Oh,
cheesecake.
come on. Come on. No, but
That's
Sarah,
what I was gonna say, Sarah.
actually, I appreciate your criticism. You're totally right on that. I could have been a lot more prepared. My bad on that. However, my situation is I asked questions that could be elaborated on that weren't.
Could be,
And
but
could
don't
be.
have.
But at the same time, I've had interviews prior before that, and this is a new experience.
Right.
Okay, Jake, we
So-
got two.
And I'm not. And just to clarify,
We got
I'm
2
not-
minutes.
I'm
We
not-
only got 2 minutes, Sarah. Shut
Shut
the
up.
fuck.
Fine. I'm
Jake.
not even criticizing you. I'm not being mean. I'm just
Shut
asking
up.
you the
Shut up,
question.
woman.
I love you. Bye.
Shut up, woman.
Woman,
Jake,
get
High
back to the
five.
fucking kitchen.
Jake,
High five. Go
Jake,
back in your
we
cage.
got Jake. We got 2 minutes, bro. Now you
Yeah,
know
go
who Based is. Next time, be a little more careful when you invite him onto your show.
No,
all
it's
right.
not careful, bro. It's not careful. It was a good interview. Actually, that was really fucking eye-opening.
Based
to
is
me.
serious business. Based is serious business, bro.
That wasn't a
Fuck
good
up.
interview if he
Bro,
didn't answer your questions.
Stop sucking his cock, bro. Stop.
Well,
Fine.
you
Jake,
know.
Jake,
But
there's
Jake-
enough for you two. Don't worry about it.
Are you
You're
jealous?
biased.
Are you
Yeah.
jealous, Jake? Is that why you're getting jealous? 'Cause
You're
you weren't
biased,
invited?
I'm
Jake.
getting
You're
jealous because you
biased.
really got it
He
under
doesn't have the daddy
under-
dick here
oh.
to suck on. Yeah, he's like, where's
Yep,
my
he's
pacifier?
biased.
Okay,
Yep, he's
okay.
looking for Danny Wilson.
Are you biased, Jake, in this argument? Whatever the
Y'all
fuck
got
it is.
Yeah.
20 seconds.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing, bro.
Stop talking. You got 20
Here's the
seconds.
thing. Let him talk.